Hi, guys.
Hello.
So we were introduced to an eldritch chicken, and
Eldritch chicken.
yeah, it's bad. It's as bad as you think it is. And I am vowing never to go to West Virginia ever again.
It's Virginia, not West Virginia.
Oh my God!
Is West Virginia not Virginia?
No,
It's just left Virginia.
it's left Virginia.
Okay,
Hopefully, no one who
Virginia
watches
that
this show
left.
is from West Virginia.
It's Virginia that left.
It's Virginia that left.
Yeah, seriously.
Hi.
We don't want to be part of y'all no more.
Exactly.
So, hi everyone. Welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We're glad you guys could join us. It is Tuesday, and Tuesday is Emerald Sanctums. Emerald Sanctums is our World of Darkness 20th Anniversary Edition open world game, which basically means that our players weren't limited to choosing just vampires, or just werewolves, or just mages, or just fae. They got to pick exactly what they wanted to play. So we now have an eclectic group of castaways who are doing their best to survive in White Wolf's World of Darkness. Oh boy. Hey, Crip Walker. So tonight is going to be a fairly epic evening. So I'm going to kind of try and rush through this because we've got a lot to try and get into. Huh?
Sorry, I just burped. My bad.
Oh. You're number one, your headset has really good noise reduction.
Thank you.
Now, first off, I want to say a couple things real quick. Tonight's Mini of the Week is being sponsored by the people who are doing the latest Kickstarter that we've backed. Well, actually, we just backed one today, so I can't say that. But it is going to be the Kickstarter for their new set of D&D 3D printed minis. They're actually doing the Kickstarter so that they can launch their 3D printed minis that they're going to be giving out as part of the Kickstarter. And these are minis that if you have a 3D printer, you can go ahead and print out for yourself. Now, these minis are basically, they're hand-designed, hand-done by Doug. And it's Doug Designs is the gentleman who's doing the Kickstarter. And we are doing our best to help them out because it's amazing, it's gorgeous. And they are going to go ahead and sponsor us for this show and the next show. And I think they're even doing your debut, M, on Saturday.
Aww.
And we and so for that we thank them incredibly much, and we want to promote them as much as we can. So let me go ahead and do one thing, because one thing I forgot to do is set them up with their own little thing. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to go jump into their Kickstarter and put the link to their Kickstarter up here. Now, they are in the last 48 hours of this Kickstarter. So if you have the ability to print minis, like you have a resin printer or anything like that, this is a freaking bargain for the price to get you everything. And they're going to be releasing some massive terrain pieces. So these are going to be incredible. And so if you guys want to try this out, you want to give this a shot, this is going to be something that's going to be incredibly popular in the future as minis become more and more popular. But 3D printed minis, that is. They're going to be giving away the mini at the break of the show, and that mini is going to be selected from a certain group of minis that is going to be picked out of this set. Now, their current Kickstarter is called the Necromancer's Tower, and they're going to be letting us choose which mini that we are going to be giving away at the break. And so far, we've given away the Necromancer, and we gave away the Skeletal Bear. I think Sphinx won both of those.
I think I did, yeah.
And so we're also looking at... now what we're going to do is we're going to see if we want to give away one of the other minis. You guys will be able to vote on this when we go on break, which is about 9:30-ish, depending on storyline and everything. And you get to look through the catalog of minis. I'm going to leave it up on the break screen, and you'll get to choose the mini by voting in chat to decide which mini we're going to give away at the break. And then we'll run a contest while we're on break to see who's going to win. When we get back, you guys will let us know what mini you picked, and we'll let you know who the winner is. And it's simple as that. Now, I also wanted to say one other thing that we're doing right now. We do have a partner on the for an actual sponsor for the show who is not running a contest, but they are a big help to the show because they provide us another means of getting revenue so we can support the show itself and do fun things like go to Gen Con and interview people. So that is Geek Grind Coffee. Also, my wife and I have become hopelessly and horribly addicted. I have 6 bags of different flavors of coffee in my freezer right now, and 2 different bags of tea. So, yeah, if you guys could buy some, then we could get more. But the coffee's amazing. We have Jessica and I have our favorites. I love Dwarven Dawn. Jessica really is liking Smuggler's Run, which is a rum and vanilla flavored coffee. And Dwarven Dawn is just basically a mid-brew, and it's really, really nice. But if you guys like coffee and you like tea, they have an amazing selection of both. If you use that link, a portion of it goes to us because it's a sponsored link, and you get free shipping on any orders over. I think they might switch it to 10% off of any order over $50, and because they were doing free shipping any orders over $60. So if you guys want to try that out, look through that, use that link, and if you do, we appreciate it greatly.
And I would recommend the Beyond the Northern Wall tea.
Oh, love that tea.
Divine.
It's a red wine infused tea, and it is so freaking good.
So good.
And also, I don't know if you tried it, but their Labyrinth tea, the one that's the Should You Ever Need Us?
It's good.
It's good too. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's an orange pico, but it actually has real seasoning in it instead of just being some orange zest put in with your tea leaves.
Okay.
So it's really, really good.
Yeah, I have a problem with Geek Grind too, because I'm also sponsored by them too. So yeah.
I want to try the LO Earl Grey as well.
You see, you have a problem with Geek Grinder?
No, I'm also sponsored. They're one of my sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem as an addiction.
My favorite is their Starfinder and all of their Pathfinder coffees. They're like super nice. I like the mint and chocolate one that they have.
They have like 3 different mint and chocolate ones in different sets.
The Pathfinder one specifically, and then the other one is the Lost Islands, is also my favorite.
Got it.
My wife loves the Labyrinth themed one.
Yeah. Which one? The Goblin King or the Goblin City, or I think it's the Goblin King or something.
I think it's the Goblin City, which is the mint and chocolate one.
Yeah, the mint and chocolate one. I didn't like that one.
Oh, Christine loves that one.
Yeah. I mean, and then it's not like it's bad coffee. I just didn't like the flavor combination on that one.
Gotcha.
I love the one that's the Mexican chocolate and cinnamon. Chupacabra. The Chupacabra.
Yeah.
That one's my favorite. Okay, we've gotten really distracted.
Yeah, because we're talking about coffee, because all of us know what this company
Yeah.
So, yes, if you want to use that link, you can help us out by going ahead and actually getting coffee from them, which is amazing. Oh, and they only buy their beans from coffee producers who are female-owned and operated. So all the different coffee companies that they go through are all female-run businesses. So that's another thing that's amazing.
They are ethically sourced.
Yes.
That is the key point.
Yes. Yeah, Guslado, the coffee is excellent, dude. If you ever get up to Fort Worth, you will definitely have a cup waiting for you, trust me. Also, if you want to help us out, you can, of course, you can support us on everything we do. We're doing lots of giveaways right now. On TikTok, I'm giving away that 3D printed tower. Here, if you support us by following us here, you're automatically entered to win this set of books, which is the D&D core set, and we're going to be giving that away when we hit 1,000 followers. We're at 697. We didn't break 700 yet. I thought we broke 700 last night, but we're getting super freaking close to 1,000, guys, and this is going to be our gift to you for helping us get there. So if you have friends who haven't followed us yet, just let them know. Just by following us, they're entered to win. And when we're going to give away that when we hit 1,000 followers, so you can share out the links and everything like that. And this is the Tower of Power that we're giving away when we get 1,000 followers on Twitch, or TikTok, I should say. And that one, we're already at 897. So we're like on the tail end of that too. So, and if you want to find any of our links, you can go to our link tree, which I'm putting in chat now, if I can learn how to type again. There. So,
My camera's gone wonky.
Yeah, I saw. So, let's go ahead and find out who all is playing what all in tonight's game of Emerald Sanctums. Ivy.
Hello, that's me.
That is you. How have you been?
Busy.
I know. I was like, I'm going to fly out there and go with you, because I don't trust the world.
This is the last time that you will see me in this location.
I know.
Next time you see me, I will be first in a different state, and then Canada. So.
And then Canada.
But yeah. So I am playing the lovely and gothy failed nun, Vera Rhoda. She is a Lithopera vampire. She's lovely. We love her. She's great. There's no trauma there at all. No trauma there.
Absolutely no trauma. No, nothing to worry about. She is a sweet baby angel and does nothing wrong.
There's never anything wrong. She's just so sweet all the time. And definitely doesn't cause gay panic in anyone.
Not anyone, not even Milagros. Hi, Milagros.
Hi.
Ivy was just remarking how Vera Rhoda doesn't cause any gay panic in anyone at all.
She never does, ever.
Never.
Listen.
Who are you playing tonight, Milagros?
She's goth. What more is there to ask for?
She's gay. She's goth. She carries around a gun.
She's armed.
She carries around a gun that she half the time uses as a billy club.
Gun-toting girl boss. Like, what else could you ask for?
And Milagros, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Pandora Sideris. The S stands for Sim. And she is our werewolf. Oh, we got 2 sphinxes.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm trying to figure out how to boot the other one.
I love that one is frozen in, like, frustration.
Okay. It dropped out now. Everything's fine now. Everything's fine. That was weird.
Sphinx, we're not playing yet. You don't. Emery's doesn't need to be casting spells.
Yeah, he doesn't need to clone himself yet. And how is Pandora doing right now?
Oh, she's doing absolutely great. She got to bond with Rose a little bit, and that was super cute. She's still dodging every meaningful question aimed her way, and is having some fun, you know, like braiding and stuff, you know, having some girl time, trying to explain why she hates Finn.
To herself and others.
Here's the thing. Maybe if he were to succeed in some kind of like Herculean
trial by combat.
Yeah. Poor man.
No, not just combat, but like doing impossible things and like getting
like winning over your
things.
Approval.
Yeah, no, that's never gonna happen. But like maybe if he were to like
do some things that would definitely get him killed.
Well, it's not even that, because like that's mean. But you know, like Scarborough Fair stuff, like, you know, sew Rose a dress with no seams, without using any materials, and without, like, with his mind, like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Row her on an island from a speck of sand.
Yeah, something like that, you know, like, go swimming, but without using any limbs.
Time and save Krypton.
Yeah. You know, if he just did, like, 10 or 20 of those, then maybe he'd be, like, sort of good enough for Rose, like, maybe a little.
Oh, man. So, if you guys want any clue onto where this all comes from, we do have a in-character chat for Emerald Sanctums that is in our Discord. And if you want to find out where this deep-seated hatred comes from, we're still trying to figure it out ourselves, but you can see more of it in the Emerald Sanctums roleplay channel in our Discord server. Speaking of blind hatred, Jonathan, how's Mark doing with the house?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, that matters on whether or not you end up responding to that message I sent you, because I really want to know if I'm going to go to pull that off later.
Oh wait, yeah, no, that one message you sent me about the what you were doing at the last second.
No, don't say it out loud. But
I'm not saying it out loud, but the message you're saying with what you're doing at the last second.
Well, I'm doing something now so that I can pull it off at the last second. There's a little bit of setup, but yes, you're thinking of the exact right thing.
Got
I'm scared.
Yeah, I didn't see a problem.
Okay.
I didn't see a problem with it.
Then on a scale of 1 to 10, I am rated 10 because I'm going to get the last word with this house in the end.
As long as you never come back to it.
This house is getting bullied.
No. Bullied. You know who's actually getting bullied? Pandora, her whatever the fuck, because she still doesn't understand how fate oaths work. Something is tied to Finn being alive, so now she's gonna do that little shit. Okay, so he has to live.
I want to go back real quick. You guys cannot take the bully's side because the victim is acting out against the bully.
Vera doesn't even know what's happening. What do you mean, Mark's
This
fighting
house
with the house
locked me up in a windowless, subterranean area. That's like horror movie stuff right there. The house keeps throwing me in the pool when it gets upset with me. Like, this is the only thing left for this house to do is like have floating hangers and have them come after me and start screaming no wire hangers at me. That's like the last straw here.
Vera has no idea that any of this is happening to you, so she's like, why are you fighting with the house? I don't understand, Mark.
No one has to understand why I'm doing it. All that matters is that I win.
The last time she saw you were having a great time jumping in and out of the pool with the house. So, like, as far as she knows,
I loved the house in the beginning, and then the house turned on me.
Yeah, but as far as Vera's concerned, you guys are still on great terms. So,
yeah, you missed everything. You missed when I smashed in the windows too, didn't you?
Yeah, she did. She doesn't know shit. So like she's like, what do you mean Mark's fighting the house? I thought they were like this, like best buds. Like well,
the last time you were awake, we were best buds.
So, Sphinx, being the dad of the group, how are you going to handle this situation?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to.
Emery's just going to retire.
I'm gonna make everybody some pancakes and some OJ, and we're gonna sit down and have a nice civilized talk about it, about feelings and consent and bullying, and then we're gonna enjoy our OJ and pancakes and hash browns. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, my mom said I can't come. I gotta go.
No, you have to.
My mom called. I gotta go.
So
in San Francisco.
Yeah, and never mind the fact that I've been estranged from her for like 10 years. Yeah, no, she called.
Yeah, no.
So
no.
Yes.
Is Rosalind gonna let Pandora leave?
No. No.
What?
They had some fantastic girl bonding time, and she totally clocked something.
I definitely gotta go. Yeah. Super important. I really
She's
gotta
not
go.
gonna say anything because she did state multiple times what's happened in this room is gonna stay in this room. So it is not leaving the room.
Absolutely not. So where we left off.
She's technology stupid. Rosalind is technology stupid.
She's technologically challenged.
She's stupid. She sent the wrong emoji as always. Like when she texted Finn, she sent the peach emoji and not what she meant to send. Okay, like
he got the right idea.
You got the right idea. Clearly, right idea.
Oh, wrong.
You also sent him the eggplant emoji, so he cannot be faulted.
I did. And then she sent the hard eyes emoji when she was trying to send the sweating smile emoji. in the recent post.
So, ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Emerald Sanctums, where everyone is a fucking mess. So, let's see. Where we left off, everyone was having breakfast, actually. Finn made breakfast, and then Rosaline and Pandora went off to help Rosaline get ready and to do each other's hair. Sphinx, you went upstairs. You went upstairs with Penny because you'd woken up to do that nightmare. And you both had come back downstairs. Penny was having breakfast, so were you.
Ritual.
Yeah, doing the ritual.
Went back in time. Dragon spirit side.
Oh, wait, that's where we left off. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. That's where we left off.
That was the part I missed.
Yeah, that's where you missed.
End.
Oh. So, for the most part, Sphinx and Penny were trying to trace back and see what might have happened to Penny, and because apparently she has the dragon spirit is attached to her now. Allegedly. So they went back in time.
Yeah, I think you just went back in time to let it happen, and now it'll be true going forward.
Butterfly effect.
So you went back in time. You were in that one moment where Penny was making contact with Eric for the first time, and everyone was frozen around you in the tableau that they were in when this was happening. And right when Penny established contact with Eric, the dragon's head popped up and was sitting there. It was just a neck and head, basically, and it was sitting there. But instead of being frozen like everyone else was, the dragon's head turned to regard you both. And when we ended it, the dragon just said, "It took you long enough." And then we got back to this moment. Sure did.
Oh yeah, Finn panicking in the kitchen.
Well, we got back to the moment of Emery's and Penny stuck in a moment with the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So, Emery's, what are you doing?
Absolute like eyebrow raise. I'm assuming you're late for something.
Not yet.
Do I know this is going to seem like a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, because simple mortal, crazy powerful old magic dragon.
Ageless magic dragon.
Ageless magic dragon. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult your age. You understand what's happening right now, yes?
Relatively.
The us that's now interacting with you.
Oh no, that's simple.
The us that's
no
clearly...
that I understand. No, sorry, I thought you were talking about everything.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna need help understanding that part.
I don't think you can comprehend.
I would very much like to try.
He goes, no, I meant everything. And when he says that, your consciousness expands out and beyond. And for one brief second, you understand the very fluid workings of time, the essentials of space, the formation of the universe. And then you're back to being you. And he says, I meant everything.
Oh. That is a significant. Yeah, that's a lot.
It is. And he turns to look at Penny, and he says, when the servants of the entity that is attacking right now, when they tried to summon me, it wasn't a surprise. I knew well in advance. The only reason they summoned me is because I needed a vehicle to interact with this existence. And I needed a vessel to contain me in this existence.
So you let them take you.
I also let them create the abomination.
Why?
It's the only thing that could survive the amount of power that was going to be required to be instilled in it in order for me to be able to manifest here. In return, I limited some of the more horrible side effects of that transformation.
Which side effects? Because it still looked like it wanted to very much to eat us.
That's the initial hunger from the vampirism. I'm talking about the madness, the killing rage,
right,
the corruption.
Right. So, a question for you. Given your expansive knowledge of time and everything, situational thing, fluidity, the folding, whatever you want to call it, are you still connected to the vessel, or have you found another?
I am still connected to the vessel. But...
And the vessel is still Eric, yes?
Yes. But because of his connection to Penny, I can follow through her. I can be present through her. And I can affect this plane through her.
Okay. Is this something that we're going to have to be concerned about? Is she in danger because of this?
You're all in danger.
I mean...
Not just you. When I say all, it's the same as me saying everything.
Okay. But do you understand my immediate concern right now?
I understand your immediate concern. Do you understand that if all is gone, there is no child, there is no you, and there is no more concern?
Yes, I rather understand that quite well. What are we all in danger from?
Nothing. Before there was anything,
there was nothing. Okay.
When everything came into being, it had to be made of something. The only substance was nothing. It was forced to become. It was forced to change. It was used as a substance to create all reality. Every creature, every atom was once nothing. It became because it had to. It is because it must be. But that does not mean that this is its preferred state. Now that it has the ability to have preferences, because it now has knowledge.
So the nothing has knowledge.
The nothing technically still has nothing. What it's been forced into understands that every aspect of every desire, whim, pain, pleasure, chaos, order, all of it is not its natural state. It took it this long to gain enough consciousness to recognize that. It took it this long to gain enough sentience to be able to align itself and find allies. It took this long, from the birth of everything to now, for it to gain the power and understanding of what it needs to do to rectify its situation, to return to nothing.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to know how it intends to do that, would you?
To undo everything.
Yes, but how? What steps will it take to? Or will it just is it kind of a Thanos snap? Does it just snap its fingers, or its mind fingers, or whatever its consciousness?
Oh, do you mean what steps it needs to take?
Yes,
it needs to find the pin of reality. The single focus point that holds the essence of reality in place.
And then what? It just pulls the pin and then all of reality goes bye-bye, essentially?
I don't know if all reality goes anywhere. What happens when something becomes nothing? Even in our world, our universe, the way we see everything, there is no capability to be nothing. There is no such thing as a pure vacuum.
Right.
Therefore, we've never experienced nothing. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that everything we know will be over.
So what do we do?
The only thing that is outside of the all aspects of creation is the supernatural. Magic. Everything that infuses all of your beings. It is the one power source that was not related to the state of the universe. It is outside of that state. It is the only power that can affect that state, i.e., your ability to bend reality to your will. Your compatriot's ability to live beyond death. Your other two friends' abilities to change their shape beyond the laws and rules of nature. And the last one's ability to literally embody the imagination of humans. None of that is natural. It looks for a power source within the supernatural that will allow it to undo that pin holding reality in place.
That could be anyone.
Could be anything. Remember, I know everything, but I do not know nothing.
Oh boy. So here's a question for you. You spoke of knowledge of everything and knowledge of the flow of time. Do you experience all of time all at once? Do you experience it the way we do?
If I were not manifested here, I would say yes. But since I have limited myself by being here, this aspect only knows this timeline.
I was afraid you might say something to that degree. Doesn't really help us.
This I can tell you from the knowledge that I was able to bring with me. This timeline is the only one that will be able to affect the outcome. All the others are already locked in.
So we're not a fixed point.
The only one that's not a fixed point.
That is both terrifying and hopeful. Okay. So we need to figure out what the possible unanchoring person or thing is and stop it. But if we stop it, what's to stop the nothing from finding another unanchoring point or person or thing?
You cannot destroy what does not exist. But it has manifested and put all of its focus into this entity. If you were to be able to find a way to end it, it would have to reset the cycle quite a bit and rebuild.
How long would that take? Another 4.5 billion years?
I don't know how bad it's going to be set back.
It's something.
And I don't know how this knowledge could ever be kept for that long. I didn't exist until magic existed.
Okay. Silly question, but I have to ask because silly mortal. You wouldn't happen to know who or what we're looking for, would you? Point in the general direction even?
I can't give you directions, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that what you look for is something that almost everyone looks for. It is something that some of you need desperately. And something that some of you have had and lost.
You can see how vague that might be to someone who is not as knowledgeable as you. It gives me a few ideas.
You do understand that if I had the ability to outright tell you, I would.
I know. First thing that pops into my head, and I'm not sure why, is love. But if that's the case, that love covers an entire spectrum. It could be anything. It could also cover hope. It could cover dreams. It could cover...
So, the only thing I can tell you now is that you have something very important to do tonight.
Yeah.
And tonight, you'll face one of the first aspects of the entity.
Oh. Oh. It's Mab, isn't it?
That is not known to me.
Okay.
I may be able to give more
Penny
help.
Still like conscious?
Yeah, she's kind of just sitting there. She's standing there and she's watching you two like talk back and forth, and she has this really confused look on her face.
Do you have any ideas, kiddo?
And she kind of looks at you, she's like, "Well, that's the first thing you said to me in English."
We've not been talking in English all of this time?
I have no idea what language that was. I had no idea your voice went that low.
Well,
is your throat hurting?
I don't think so. No. Feels fine.
The dragon says, as the vessel, she is unfortunately not able to speak or comprehend my will outside of anything but a dream state. This is her conscious mind, not her unconscious. It is the only way that I can inhabit her and communicate with her and not destroy her entirely.
So you were responsible for the dream?
Yes.
In her dream, she said something.
She said several things.
She said it has to be her, and that she understood.
Because I was explaining things to her.
Would you explain to me what you explained to her?
And in your mind, you see an image. It is the bedroom. Where you were standing, the dragon's head rises out of the floor. And he says, "Awaken, my chosen. A fire is burning inside you that must be given out." At this point, Penny sits up and screams. She's facing the dragon now. As she calms down, she says, "I know. I understand." Says, "You do not truly, but you must, and quickly, if we are to make things right." Penny says, "No, I get it. Again, chosen, you do not. You are the vessel that will carry us and allow us to affect events directly." Penny says, "We will do what needs to be done." The dragon says, "All I need of you is to bring me to the places I need to be at the times I need to be there. I will do the rest." Penny's face turns sad again. "This can't be anything else, can it? It has to be me?" The dragon says, I am sorry, but the boy was not the vessel. He was merely a means for us to enter the world again. As is needed to stop that which does not exist. Rest now. You will need your strength.
I'll look at Penny. I'll look at the dragon. So she's been the vessel the entire time.
The dragon says, there was no way that the boy could be expected to deal with his new condition and be able to be the vessel. It is beyond any mortal's ability to handle both those levels of power. He was
Penny?
merely my anchor point.
Why Penny?
Because it was always going to be Penny. At least here.
Okay.
An orphan who was rescued, taught to use magics randomly by a man who is not her father. That's a lot of dominoes to have fall, to have certain things happen.
That sounds vaguely prophetic.
Prophecy is just the supernatural manipulating that which probably doesn't want to be.
I'll ask again because it bears asking, and I know that all, as in everything, is in danger. But as a father, I need to know. Is my daughter in danger?
The dragon, like, its throat rumbles and smoke kind of billows out of its mouth, and you recognize it's laughing. And it kind of looks at you, and you hear in your head, I'm in danger. Do you understand now? In comparison, I could snuff you both out without even understanding that you're gone. And I am in danger.
I understand that. It does not make me happy. But
Of
I
course not.
understand it.
It's going to make you even less happy when you have to go back and explain it to everyone else. I think we have spent enough time bantering around things. I think you understand the gist of what I'm trying to express.
We're all in terrible danger. You need us to help you snuff out the darkness, or the anchor point for the nothing. Pin of reality is in danger. You are in danger. Reality itself is in danger. Ours is the only timeline that has any chance of making it right. Sound about right?
Sums it up.
And I'll like just utter like a string of curses in Haitian. But then, okay. So we are have no choice, really, do we?
Yes, you always have a choice. I'm sure that whatever happens, the end will be swift and painless.
Yeah, I don't intend on dying anytime soon. So
I don't even know if it counts as death.
Something that my teacher once taught me a very long time ago. I gotta pull out the quote now. That the truth is that as a man's power grows and his knowledge widens, ever the way that we can follow grows narrower until At last he chooses nothing, but only does wholly what he must do. So no. How did I know what's coming? There is no choice.
And now you know my dilemma.
And it would seem I almost called you sir. Do you have a gender?
I don't think things like that are of any relevance to me.
Okay. Then, Master Dragon, that we are at an accord.
He says, very well. I don't have much else to tell you. You will recognize, as things become more terrifying, you'll recognize what you're to do.
I would ask if things are going to become more terrifying than they already are, but that seems like a stupid question. The obvious answer, based on what you're saying, definitely points to yes. So, rather than ask a stupid question, I would make a request of you.
What is the request?
That you wish us all luck.
I wouldn't have selected you if I did not believe it was the best chance we had.
That is oddly comforting.
That is good. Get back. Tell the others. We're wasting time.
You got it, Chief. Sorry, human colloquialism.
I recognize it.
And I will bow to the dragon in respect. And we'll take Penny by the hand and we'll begin to weave back the moment.
All right. So you come back to the moment. And naturally, it is literally the exact same moment that you left.
I will plant my staff as firmly in the ground as I can and lean against it, just like to anyone who is there watching, like my face is just like awash with emotion.
Penny kind of like, she gets up off her knees and she walks over to you and she says, I knew better than to interrupt. I didn't understand a fucking thing that you guys were saying.
I will explain everything. I just need a moment and a glass of water.
Penny looks over at you. Actually, no. You guys were still doing hair.
Mark is with them.
Yeah. Penny looks over at you, Mark, and she kind of like has a very concerned look on her face. And she says, we saw the dragon again.
Oh. I'm going to look at them confused because they haven't done anything. All right. When?
She says, Emery's used magic for us to mentally go back in time. To the point where I originally reached out and touched Eric's mind.
Okay, so basically now and 4 days ago, but at the same time.
Our minds were there, yes.
I nod my head. That's about right.
And apparently the dragon was there as well. But he wasn't affected by Emery's spell. He could move.
Wait, does that mean
talk.
the dragon is not affected by linear time? Does the dragon exist in all time simultaneously? This is going to be a fun conversation.
I'll explain, but I need everyone together. I don't think that I could explain it multiple times to people.
Penny's like, that's going to be an issue because it's like 10 a.m.
Right. Okay, I need everyone who is awake to get together so that I can explain it, and then we will recap for Vera once she's awake.
She kind of looks at you and says, "You got it." And she kind of grins a little bit and goes, "Boss."
Oh boy.
And she kind of like,
I'll give her like an eyebrow, but like it looks very, very serious and grave at first, and then I'll break it with like a cracking a smile. Go on, kiddo.
And Finn kind of stands up. Tuck's there, of course, because he and Finn were just talking a bit ago. So Finn's kind of there, and he goes like, "I'll go get Rosaline." And Penny's like, "No, I'll go do it."
Probably a good idea.
She's like, and so there's a knock on the bedroom door as you guys are finishing up the braids.
Enter.
Penny pokes her head in the door, and she looks around. She says, "Oh my, look, the bed's destroyed."
I've been trying not to think about it.
You're the one sitting on it. Who knows what
I know
you sat
that,
in?
but my back is to it. I'm just trying not to think about it. Isn't this braid nice? Isn't that so?
Those
so
are
nice?
really nice.
Yeah, aren't they so nice? Look
They
at
are
that.
so
Yeah.
nice.
Like doing her mascara right now, so she's like,
Nearly pokes herself in the eye. She says, so we did a thing, and apparently it worked in some way because Emery's now knows something, but he wants everyone to get together because he only wants to go over it once, even though he's got to go over it again when Vera wakes up.
why not
I can
wait
take
until
notes.
Vera's awake?
I
So
can
we
take
all
notes.
hear it.
Because he's really upset.
I can take notes.
And because Pandora can take notes
Yeah, I got it.
on Post-its that she won't
I
have
got a
later
book
for
this
Vera.
time. I got a book this time.
That she won't have later for Vera.
She looks so annoyed as she slowly closes the mascara and then just sets it on the table. All right.
She's like, I really like what you did with the wings.
Thank
Right?
you. I'm still not done.
She's like- and so Penny walks ahead of you guys. You guys come in there. So Tuck's there. Finn is there. Emery's is there. I'm hoping that Mark stayed put.
Oh yeah, no, I pulled my phone out because I've got my phone on the table ready to go for right before he begins.
Ah, got it. Right before he begins?
Oh, you're
Yeah,
recording it.
Literally right before he begins, I'm gonna press record and I'm gonna say, Emerus attempts to explain temporal mechanics and metaphysics. Take 1.
Take 1. Mark makes things weird again. Take
Again.
1,000.
I love it.
All right, so Emery's...
He's not gonna do it in the first take. He's gonna be like, no, wait, and I'm gonna be like, take 2.
Emery's, you're sitting there and you see Tuck. Tuck's like, am I gonna need to get Am I gonna need to get everyone here?
I think everyone's coming, save for Vera.
I mean, is it just gonna be you all, or do I need everyone?
I think it's just us for now.
All right. All right. Go right ahead.
Can I get that glass of water, please?
Finn pours a glass of water, puts it over by you.
Thanks. And I down it in one go.
I was gonna suggest a glass of wine. You look like you need wine, not water, right now.
Hey.
Penny's like, I know this one, and she runs over, and she goes over and grabs a decanter, and she opens up and sniffs it. It's like, yeah, this one. She drops two ice cubes in it. She pours about 3 fingers in it, and she's like, walk over. It smells like that horrible crap scotch.
I take it and I sniff it.
It's very good scotch.
Oh. Yeah. I'll take a sip. Thanks, kiddo. Put it down, and I will sit at one of the stools. Okay. So here's what went down. and I will, as best as I can, go through exactly what we did as far as like the time ritual, talking to the dragon, Penny not understanding the dragon, and everything that the dragon has related to me with regard to what's coming and everything.
Literally, when you say Penny not understanding the dragon, Penny's like, that is fucking rude.
It's not my fault. The dragon explained it as...
Oh, yeah. Mechanics of the universe. I can't understand what he says unless I'm asleep. How's that going to help?
I really wish I knew.
There's some stupid fucking rules in the universe.
Mark?
If Penny and the dragon are connected, why can't she understand it? That seems like a conundrum.
It does seem like a conundrum, doesn't it? I didn't feel the need to ask a timeless, ageless dragon.
Now, he did not say she could not understand him. He said she could only understand him in the dreams.
Oh.
It has to be in dreams.
Oh, that
so now you are clarifying that the
Rosalind kind
dragon
of stutters.
is timeless and not present through all times.
Well, here's the thing. Because the dragon has taken a vessel, it is no longer present in all time. Or at least that's what the dragon seemed to suggest.
Did the dragon use tenses in its conversation with you?
Ish. Yes.
Ish.
Oh, I'm less impressed by it now.
Well, it's still pretty impressive, even though it has taken a vessel. I'd be interested to meet it.
Oh, no, it's very impressive you can take vessels. It's less impressive.
Vessel-less.
It's not, like, omnipotently present through all time. That would be more impressive.
It's not in its current state, no. It also seemed to suggest that it has insight into the multiverse, which I'm happy to learn is a real thing. However...
What are we doing in the multiverse?
Right now, us in this particular timeline, we're the only timeline that seems to have any chance of surviving the nothing.
What makes our timeline different than the others?
I don't know.
So
my guess is it's us.
But if we exist in the other timelines, what about us is different that this is the one that has the chance? Like,
maybe it's our mastery and focus with the supernatural. Maybe it's how embedded the supernatural happens to be within our timeline.
So what you're saying is the future depends on our ability to understand and work within the supernatural world. So we should start to share information about how the supernatural worlds work instead of hoarding it away from each other?
I don't think we should start sharing that stuff with normal average vanilla mortals. No, that's not what that means.
No, that's breaking.
Pandora,
with us. Nobody will answer any of my questions about how anything ever works around here.
Tuck goes, that's because all you ever ask about is fucking vampires. It might be like you have an obsession.
He's got a bit of a
Because that's the thing I'm trying to learn about first. Then we can move on to other stuff. I already understand fairies. I understand were-critters.
Yeah, do.
I want to understand vampires.
Pandora, you had a question? We'll come back to you, Mark.
Yeah, it sounds very suspiciously like it's a whole like power friendship thing. Have you seen Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated?
I grew up on Scooby-Doo, yeah.
What?
No, but
Scooby-Doo?
specifically the Mystery Incorporated.
Penny goes over to you and says,
2000s.
okay, Rosalind, it's a cartoon
Okay.
that has come out a lot, and there was even a couple of live-action movies, which is what she's addressing.
Well, it's not one of the live-action movies. It's a specific
the newest
two-season
cartoon,
run.
right?
Oh,
It's
okay.
a two-season run of it.
I haven't seen the newest Scooby-Doo, no.
It's the best one.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah,
who
they've
is
got
Scooby-Doo?
He's a dog.
He's the dog, but he can
the
talk.
talking dog.
Penny grabs your phone. Penny grabs your phone away from you and starts tapping on it, and she handles you. Says, "Here, Scooby Doo, watch it."
Technically, yeah, he is, because in this specific one, he's a descendant of a Lovecraftian monstrosity, and that's what allows him to be a sentient creature.
That's not a fake creature at all. That's an otherworldly horror.
You'd be very surprised what we make when we're going through that process through a chrysalis. I mean, I made brisket when I was 8 years old. Like, I made that.
Brisket pops up beside her.
I wish I could see Brisket. He seems fun. But in the Mystery Incorporated version, there are also a bunch of timelines, and there's also a bunch of like different Mystery Incorporateds, because that becomes the umbrella term for like the whole group. And like they keep being reincarnated over and over, but the reason that they're friends is because this chimera abomination Lovecraft monster thing is trying to prevent the destruction of the universe, and keeps like bonding them together over and over, so that eventually there's a version of them that gets created that stops the destruction of the universe. This is starting to kind of sound like that.
He did not point to us being constantly reincarnated.
No, but it seems like maybe in the other
timelines
we're not like.
I mean,
maybe in the other timelines we're like not like a group.
That's possible.
I mean, that is kind of a faith thing.
That's like why they're fucked, I guess.
Yeah, they're all fixed, and if I read his inference properly, unsavable. And our timeline is. Ours seems more fluid, more pliable.
Looks like we got some work to do then.
Yeah, about that.
Yep.
Apparently, we're going to meet one of the aspects tonight.
Oh. Well, I already have a plan, so we're good.
You have
what's
plan.
The plan?
I mean, considering,
Finn kind of leans against the island. Is like, okay, I'm gonna listen.
Call him redacted.
Call what redacted?
The redacted one.
The redacted one? We're giving him a name?
You know who the...
I technically can't talk.
Yeah, she
poorly.
Can't... Yeah, so just say redacted. Then we don't know who you're talking about, but
okay.
It's redacted.
He has technically broken the laws.
Ooh.
He has broken one of our main ones, which is the right to life. Which means we are not allowed to kill one of our own kind. We are not allowed to do that. That is the way to publicly call him out.
Finn says, he is the king, and he can...
It applies to all of us.
But he can technically order someone to be killed.
He still has to follow the same laws.
Yeah, from what I understand, they are extremely... Forgive my... not crassness. Forgive my bluntness. You guys are pretty anal about your rules.
Finn chuckles and he says, there is a lot of structure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an understatement, sir.
As well as a lot of roughage. But I don't know if that applies to the sovereign lord of hosts.
You would think, or at least I would think, rather, that it would apply to all of you, including the sovereign. But what do I know? I'm not a changeling.
Is there like a fairy bill of rights or something that's written down somewhere? Or is it just something
that would be
like,
nice, like a fairy constitution?
No, seriously, like if you're going to be so specific, is it written down anywhere?
It is.
These laws to be self-evident that
well,
and blah blah blah. blah.
It's something that most of us are taught when we go. Well, For me, when I went through my fostering, that was something I was taught by the man who fostered me.
Okay.
It is something that is taught. The nobles take it more severely than the commoners do. But we'll just play it by ear, and what happens, happens, and if we need to get the hell out, we need to get the hell out.
How do the Fae feel about universal health care?
We don't like aging. We really don't. That is like the biggest no. Do you know what happens to us after we reach a certain age? Like after 30? After 30? Severe things can happen. Like, for example, you can forget everybody that you know. Like, it's bad. And then you just fade into the dreaming. That's just, it's the thing.
Sounds like Alzheimer's.
And then, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, well.
It's very rare for, we call them grumps. That's what we call our elders. Grumps are extremely rare.
Wasn't
Sunny
a grump?
Yep.
Huh. Well.
And usually grumps are the ones that foster childlings, which are highly treasured.
Hence, Sunny having the school.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Wait, but so how do the teachers know to teach the right thing? Is it like, how is it standardized?
I never went to Sunny's school, so I don't really know what she did.
I think I didn't go to Sunny's school.
I didn't know if you had or not.
No, I was taught by Liam. He was my foster.
Mark, would you happen to have any insight there? Didn't you go to attend Sunny's school?
I did, and I am so excited that we're all in a sharing mood now. So let's get at it.
Yes, we're all
school
sharing.
Is idyllic. There is this beautiful meadow, and if you can see into the Fae Seeming, it's even more beautiful because there's like Swiss Alps off in the distance. There's beautiful rivers that bubble through it. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like two sensory sensations all at once. The classes are structured very interestingly. It's like an individualized curriculum. There are classes that multiple people are in, but instead of being like traditional school where everybody does the exact same thing, the classes are tailored to you. So I had shape-shifting classes, and I had stuff that talked about werewolves because, well, let's be honest, they weren't going to have a werecat class. That's not exactly happening. And then we kind of had some community time where we hung out with each other, and there was some stuff that we did that was, supernatural macrame, but on crack. It was amazing. Unfortunately, I did not think it would be beneficial back then to have taken some of the classes I now wish I had taken, and I'm not sure if I can opt back into them now, but maybe I can as an alumni.
Interesting.
Oh, what else do you want to know about the school?
Was
There's a
there?
green dragon that protects it. It only showed up after Sunny got there. I mean, I don't know if that's still there. It wasn't there when I was there.
We met the dragon. Do you remember? We rewrote it.
So I remember meeting the dragon. I'm just telling you, it wasn't always there.
Greg,
I was there when the old headmaster was running it.
Oh.
He was a mage. So, I mean, everybody kind of took a mini crash course on Mage 101. Not that we can do much with that, because, what are you going to do? You guys are fighting. There's technology, and there's the non-technology people, and y'all do stuff with force of will or something, but not that I can do that, so it doesn't really matter. I got my own magic. It's cooler anyways.
Pandora?
So you know Fae stuff too, right, Mark?
Yeah, I am part Fae.
So is there how do you get taught the rules? Does everybody just recite them and then hope that the next person remembers them forever, and then nobody checks to make sure all of them are kept standardized?
Well,
Good question, actually.
I
and
only know what I learned.
Finn speaks up. He says, actually, one of the traits of when you awaken to your Fae connection, your Fae self, one of the traits is sometimes you get a very strong tie to your previous lives as a mortal. and the seeming is constant throughout. So when the mortal shell passes, because it's a normal mortal shell, the seeming is reborn in the next generation, but it's random.
Reincarnation is a dice shoot, it sounds like.
Yes.
I get moments of deja vu sometimes, and it's really creepy sometimes.
Like, there are some people that would argue that a previous version of Rosalind was always with a previous version of someone else, and that eventually they'll find each other again in this lifetime too. And if they don't, then they would just kind of like be really sad in this reincarnation until the next time when maybe they do line up with each other. So like in each phase history, there can be like entire lifespans that are depressing and others that can be exceptionally joyous. It all just depends on whether or not like you line up correctly with your pre-prescribed destinies that happened in a much earlier incarnation.
But not all Fae remember their past lives or anything.
Yeah. It's really
Some
funny.
Fae.
Well, not funny. Funny's the wrong word. It's entertaining when Fae end up in a situation where they can't honor the previous life because they've now made entanglements that make that impossible in this one. It can be like really depressing when they realize that they made the wrong choices.
Okay, maybe I should frame this in a different way. How do I not get shot for like using the wrong spoon or something?
Well, number one, they won't have a gun.
No.
Or like bippity
Decapitated.
boppity boops.
Number two,
Turned into a snail.
Number
Yeah.
two, since we're invited, we do have one major piece of protection.
Okay.
The law of hospitality.
Yep,
It is an incredibly important law in Fae culture.
it is.
When you are invited into someone else's domain, it's a two-sided role. They agree that they'll provide for your welfare as long as you're there. Protection, food, etc., etc. Because they invited you to come in. You agree that if there is any type of attack upon their demise while you are there, you will help them defend it.
Yep.
So how does that work for us since we are...
I have no frickin' clue because that's not the king.
Alright.
You told me I was not allowed to say that out loud. Excuse
That's not
me.
the king?
No.
Calling him redacted.
I didn't say his
Why
name.
would we not tell each other a really important piece of information like that? That's huge.
Okay,
Here's the thing.
so
Go ahead.
redacted
See? Yeah.
might be a doppelganger.
It's an
The
old
other
type
might.
of. It's an old type of Fae that has a lot in common with your kind, except instead of changing animal forms, it can change to any one. And they have the supernatural ability, when they do so, to completely and expertly mimic them.
So we're a person.
I guess.
Are we
For lack of a better
100%
term.
sure that he's not the real king?
Oh my god, what did I just say?
That redacted is not the real redacted.
Exactly.
Is this a Voldemort situation? I'm really lost.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
he can't talk shit, I think. I don't know.
Who?
Oh, he's from some, like, lame-ass book series that nobody will give up even after, like, 30 years. But yeah, you're not supposed to say his name or whatever,
Still
and he
sells
seriously
really
needs a
well.
nose job.
You'd be surprised at how many kids come to my shop looking for that series.
And
It
he's
sells really well.
Can I just call him David then? Because redacted sounds really crazy.
No.
No.
How about Ding
Not to
Dong?
his face. I meant right now.
Ah, ding dong. Ding dong.
What Ding Dong? We can call him Ding,
Ding Dong is
Ding Dong.
fine.
Fuck your life.
Using his title is bad. Using his name is bad. We are technically within his domain, and if he has even some of the powers of the redacted, then he will be able to do things like know when he is mentioned in his own realm.
Also, you forget I have to be more careful. I don't even know what the hell that she's.
Ding Dong.
Where's that scroll? Where's that scroll?
Ding dong.
She's looking for the scroll that keeps like appearing whenever she throws it.
Oh, okay. It's in your purse.
I thought I left this at home. Because of this thing.
What is that?
That's her invitation.
Forced invitation.
It's a royal decree.
Ooh, those are fun.
It's also a gaze, so don't touch it.
Don't touch.
Oh, I was gonna say, does it have like a wax seal or something?
Sorry.
No, the seal's been broken.
Yeah. So I don't know if he can hear or whatever. I don't know out of character if he can hear anything that she's saying right now. She's like, no. She's waving it around like, no.
Waving it at who?
Just at Mark. Just
Oh, it's
waving
Mark?
it at Mark. No. Also, are you done fighting with the house? Please. I want a peaceful rest of the day.
Do I need to make pancakes and
So-
and hash browns?
Did I miss the
and
part where the
facilitated
house
talk?
apologized to me?
Why? You know what? I'm gonna finish.
Finn kind of looks at you,
getting
Mark,
ready.
and he's like, "You're fighting with the house?" And he looks over at Tuck. "Did you tell him about the oubliette?" And Tuck's like, "He's already been." And Finn's like, "That's like," and he looks at his watch. "That's like a record." Most people go at least a couple of days.
You don't know Mark if you think he would last that long.
Okay, so Mark, you can fight with the house all you want.
Thank
I
you.
will tell you the one rule the house has. It can't kill you. It can't even really hurt you. But it can be so annoying.
Why
It
would
can
you
be
tell him
so
Oh,
troublesome.
Why-
he can be
why
so
would
much.
you
He's
tell
gonna
him
take that as a
I
challenge.
feel like I can win at
Why?
this.
He's gonna be
Why would you-
more
But
annoying.
the thing
So
is, Mark, you can't really win because in the end, it just doesn't care.
I'm gonna finish getting ready.
Rose, do you need more help?
No, I'll go help her. Finn goes walking
No,
by.
no, I'll help her. I'll help her.
He's like, "Oh, stay out of my room," and he kind of like is pushing Rose ahead of him as they're walking down the hall.
You can't mess up her makeup, by the way. So keep it G-rated.
He's like, "There's
Or
plenty
you
of PG
really
you can
don't
do
like
without
it,
messing
don't
up
you?
anyone's makeup."
No, no, and I explained it.
He's
to
like,
her.
"I'm not serious."
Probably cursed.
Do you think he's cursed?
Yeah.
He's probably cursed.
Oh, and then she's
Probably
yelling down the
true.
hall. Emery's Pandora wants you to check over Finn before we leave tonight.
Yeah, I
Make
wanna
sure
know if
he's
he
not
has, like-
cursed or an incubus, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
I
And you hear Finn's voice from down the hall. "Emery's, I'm really flattered, but I'm kind of in something right now, so."
I mean, you're a gorgeous man, and I want to
G-rated.
respect all of your boundaries. However, I do want to check and make sure that you don't have any curses or
See?
weirdness about.
He's like,
He probably has like a little angel devil thing. But just
And if I get
both
to
devils.
see you naked in the process,
They're
then
both devils.
he's like,
I'm-
"What is their deal with seeing us naked?" He's like walking with
I
you.
don't want to see shit. I just want to make sure he's not
Also-
cursed.
Why are you stressing out so much?
Cause he's
About what?
Find out he's
Oh,
cursed.
god damn it, that stupid thing. Okay, so normally in the past, when I've been with other people,
See, and he's a hoe.
there is an aspect to it that's I usually find very disturbing until it didn't happen. Normally, the next morning, they're kind of obsessed.
He's a hoe.
I'm sorry, what?
They're kind of obsessed.
He's a safe what? He's a whore.
Okay.
So it has something to do with my family and our birthright.
Right?
And
Sorry.
it's not a it's more of a fey magic type thing. It's not something that's I can really control, but it does happen a bit. So when you were able to just throw me out of the room, it made me realize something. I don't think I've ever had a real relationship ever. So that made me freak out a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I've been feeling like
Yes,
your
I know.
emotions
I
all
can't.
morning.
Yes, I know. I can't have feelings now. Got it.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know. I know. You can't help it either.
See, at least I know if you're not feeling okay. You can't lie to me about it.
Yes, I know. I can't lie to you. Which is really shitty because I was an excellent liar before.
Oh, were you?
Of course not. He's lying.
Oh. You do know
He
that's
smiles.
more. She teased. You know that's more my house's specialty.
Oh, yes, I know. He says, neither one of us are the usual for our houses.
No.
He says, now, you have to get ready. Mm-hmm. I have to go get presentable. Mm-hmm. And apparently Mark's declared war on the house, so who knows what messes we're going to have to clean up.
Yep, as long as it does not affect me in here, it's fine. But don't do anything reckless tonight.
He looks at you and he says, we're going to the court of a madman who is not even who he is. And so at what point is the reckless level? I mean, where are we, you know?
None of the self-sacrificing bullshit.
Who said anything about self-sacrificing?
You would be the type. Also Emery's, but we're not talking about Emery's right now.
Okay. So, how about this? You be your social badassness, and you find a way to stop any type of violence whatsoever, and I guarantee you that I will not throw myself in front of any guns or swords. Or fireballs or anything else. Unless Pandora shoots me or stabs me, because I can't do anything about that.
I don't understand. I tried to get answers from Pandora about why she doesn't like you.
I mean, some people do have that reaction to us.
It's just him, though. Rose's fine. It's just him. It's because he sucks.
But maybe she'll calm down once, you know, Amory's make sure you're not an incubus or something.
No, she won't.
No, she fucking won't.
Let Rose have the benefit of the doubt, damn it!
No, she fucking won't. She'll invent 20 other things to be upset about.
So while Rosaline and Finn are having the conversation in the other room, Pandora, what are you doing?
Well, her hair's done, and like all she has to do is like
Get
take a
dressed.
shower and put on a suit, and like it's 10 a.m.
Yep.
So, she's gonna stay in casual clothes for now until like we get closer to the actual event, because suits are not comfortable and she doesn't want to just hang out in one all day.
Got it.
And she's not feuding with the house, but she doesn't want to get involved in that. And Tuck almost made her do yoga, so now she can't go for a run. So maybe like hanging out in the library.
Okay.
Just plotting.
So.
It's okay. No one has to worry. She'll be fine. It's fine.
Mark,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You ordering more
I'm
McDonald's?
gonna go for a brief walk.
Okay.
But the main purpose of my walk is not really to go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
It's to get a sense of whether or not the property line, like the street, is actually the boundary of the house's magic.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm just gonna kind of like ask for normal random stuff as I'm walking towards the driveway and see when I can't get stuff anymore.
What's the first thing you ask for?
Glass of lemonade.
Okay. So, a glass of lemonade appears over your head and upside down.
It's fine. Keep going. Can I have another glass of lemonade? And I'm just going to keep doing that as long as I'm headed out to see when I cannot get glasses of lemonade anymore.
So you go, you're walking down the driveway, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get all the way down to the road, and once you step off the driveway into the road itself, it doesn't answer anymore.
Perfect. What is at the end of the driveway? Like, is there anything around here?
It's a country road. Remember, you're up in
I'm
the
gonna
hills
step-
above San Francisco's, on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco.
I'm going to step back onto the lawn.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for my chair. And then I'm going to drag it off of the lawn. Does it stay there or is it gone?
So you ask for your chair, and your chair appears, but it's like 3 inches tall.
Okay. I'll pick up my chair.
Not
Does
hard.
it go with me when I step off?
No.
It vanishes?
Yep.
Pandora's
All right.
also in the library gonna politely ask for her chair to come to the library so she could be cozy in the library. I'm
Your
assuming
chair is
a
in the
normal
library.
size one shows up. Yeah, that's what happens when you're not a bitch to the house.
The
When-
house was rude to me first.
You were being ridiculous.
Anyway, Mark. So, what else are you doing?
I think I'm just going to go back in the house and rest. I don't even want to interact with it anymore. I now understand what I need to know, and that's all I need to know about this place.
And you're drenched in lemonade.
It's fine. I'm just going to track it all over the house. It's not my problem to deal with.
Mark, why are you drenched in? Is that juice? Like, what?
That was a great time to do a full body shake now that they're asking.
Oh,
Tuck's like, that's lemonade.
I don't
Yeah,
think I
I
want
asked
to know.
for it. The house is very accommodating. It's very clear that the house wants to actually like give people the things that they ask for, and it's very important for the house to be a servant to the people here. Correct?
Tuck says, I guess.
Like,
I mean,
that's pretty
it'll
much
give
the
you,
purpose
it'll
of the
give you,
house?
it'll give you what you want. But if you're a shit, it'll twist things around a bit. It's like I was telling someone the other night. He says, "Yeah, the less you ask, the better you get." Like
Yes,
if I don't
sounds like-
ask it for a glass of milk, I ask it for a glass so I can get some milk. Then the glass appears, and there's milk in the fridge, and the milk stays in the fridge. So I can have milk later, and I don't have to ask for nothing.
Okay, well, it's whatever.
I mean, I got a beer keg in my room. I don't know what the hell you got.
A whole keg, huh?
It's in the kegerator.
Nice. I'll look at Mark, then I'll look at Penny, and then I'll kind of look around at the house. I can say, "House, if you don't mind, I would love all of the materials and fixings I need to make the most epic BLT ever, and I need a DVD copy of the 1986 classic Howard the Duck."
So, what do you do first?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
The BLT.
You go to the fridge and open the fridge. There is fresh off a curing pork belly that's been sliced into. It's a thin, narrow pork belly that's already been sliced into a bunch of individual slices for bacon. There is pristinely clean and fresh romaine lettuce. Actual huge, fat, plump beef-eater tomatoes.
Yeah.
And it looks like handmade mayonnaise. And if you're from the south, spicy yellow mustard.
Yes. And I will pat the fridge like very lovingly. House, you are amazing.
And when
I
you
start taking the things out.
So you take all the stuff out and put it in the counter. When you turn around, there is a loaf of, on a cutting board, there's a loaf of fresh wheat bread, fresh rye bread, and fresh pumpernickel bread.
Oh, I get choices. Oh, this might wind up being a double decker. Like Emrys, like even like he was upset like a moment ago, but he is now just like in heaven. Like, yes, okay.
Penny walks over. Penny just walks over and is like, "End of the world," and you're still thinking about food.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die on a full stomach.
Yeah, well, if I'm gonna die, you're gonna make me a sandwich.
Goddamn right I am.
All right, so you're going about preparing pretty much an early lunch.
Yeah.
So, Rosalind, you're going to spend your time getting ready. I'm assuming you're not going to get into the dress until you absolutely have to. So, you and Finn, is doing the same thing. He's actually wearing makeup. It's a formal event.
Yes.
And eyeliner out to the wings. His eyes are done in the resplendent colors like butterfly wings. And he's got his hair up too, because he's got hair almost as long as yours. And so he's basically, getting all regaled up. He's making small talk with you?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, the longer you guys are there together, he first starts out with like asking about, more stuff about your past, when you went through your chrysalis, stuff like that.
She's like, I was 8.
He's like, oh, that's young.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so, but he gives on the, but the more he keeps asking questions, the pauses between the questions get longer. And because you can feel his emotions, you can tell that the longer he's sitting here, the more he's worried about what happens tonight. And the more he worries about what happens tonight, the more resolved he gets. And towards the end of your conversations, towards the end of you guys getting ready, he goes over and there's a walk-in closet attached to the bathroom, of course. Mm-hmm. And he goes into the walk-in closet. He goes to the back wall of the walk-in closet, and the clothes racks like kind of swing out, and there's an open stand in there. And he says, "Do you use blades?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, sword, knife, what's your preference?
Sword.
He's like, he pulls out, he's holding a rapier out to you.
Ha ha! She takes it and she's like, I have not held one of these in a couple of years.
He's like, he's taking one. And he's like, he throws a bardiche over his shoulders, and he kind of runs the another scabbarded rapier through the frog, and he's like, neither have I. And he says, this, and he holds up a wand, is my sword. And he he's kind of flips the wand, and he kind of just like stuffs it in his pocket, and he's like, are you a practitioner?
She holds her hands up.
He's like, hey, everyone has their means.
I'm not bringing my cards. Those things can catch on fire.
Yes, they can. So can we. What's your specialty? Do you make things go boom?
With nature, yeah, I can, depending.
My specialty is kind of screwed. Because I give up rights to use almost all of it when we walk in there.
I'll have to give that up.
Because we're walking into their palace. Mm-hmm. So I can't use my stuff.
Which ones can't we use? I got a question just so I know
you
right
have
away.
To be able to affect the High King, you literally have to have a Fae of 5.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can't affect him. And
so arts-wise, what aren't allowed?
Oh, well, technically, you're not allowed to practice any arts that are considered vulgar or offensive. So no chicanery, no primal.
So the ones primal?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh boy.
I don't know if that's a good old shit or a bad old shit.
That's her big one.
No sovereign.
She has sovereign too. But that's normal for she anyways.
Yes.
So yeah.
Sovereign is their big one. And he says, so the first thing we're going to have to do is prove that he is not who he says he is. Because once that's proven and the court acknowledges it, then he loses all jurisdiction and all bets are off. Mm-hmm. That was the nearest thing I had to a plan.
That was basically...
I'm glad, because I thought I was an idiot. Okay.
No.
I couldn't come up with anything else, so I was like, that's it for me.
That's the simplest. Sometimes the simplest solution is the way to go.
Do you know anything about doppelgangers?
Do I? Can I roll for that?
Yeah. Oh, Greymare.
Oh, perfect.
Greymare and intelligence.
4. What's the difficulty?
7.
Cool. 1, 2.
Now we're twirling wands.
Three successes.
3 successes. Doppelgangers are fae that are born of German and Germanic legends. Mm-hmm. Their tales are pretty much static, that they replace people. They mainly live off of the sorrow of their victims, and they come into families, they cause strife, they cause chaos, they cause the family groups to break down, and that's what they feed off of. They're highly, highly resistant to most magics. Mm-hmm. And any magics designed to manipulate or make them reveal themselves do not function on them. So you cannot force them out of their changed state. Mm-hmm. Their natural state is like they wear gray clothes. They have gray kind of bark-like skin, like tree bark. They don't have eyes. They have a slit for a mouth, and they have long fingers that look like tree branches. Mm-hmm. And so they're very much lesser fae. But if they're old enough, they get to be incredibly powerful. And often they've been rumored to have caused the falls of nations just to get enough sustenance, because at certain ages they need so much misery to feed on that it's almost impossible for them to find enough. So they literally cause the fall of nations just to get enough to feed on.
Okay. Great. Let's just hope nobody is full of misery tonight.
He's like, he's been there for months.
Oh, great. So he's been getting some good old snacks while he's been there.
And now I've got misery business stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
He says, I've never heard of a Sealy version,
No.
so I don't know what counters. But that's the way of our legends.
Well, there might be one person who might know, but I don't know if he's gonna be there. So
We can try and find out.
that's if he'll talk to me.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. So for the rest of the evening, or the afternoon, everyone is kind of in mental preparations. Everyone knows what's coming. Yes.
Except for Pandora, she's now calling the airport to see if there are any updates about Vera's luggage.
It's coming in today.
And right before this, mind you, she's like pacing around the library for like 20 minutes with like the number ready, and just like psyching herself out because she fucking hates phone calls so much.
Yes, they said that they said that the luggage is coming in about an hour. They have the address. As soon as the luggage lands, they're gonna have one of their valets drive it out to the house.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And they said that they credited her back some of the amount for the ticket, so Rosalind has some money back on her black card.
Yeah.
They're very apologetic on the phone.
Okay. That's gonna put her in waiting mode, so she's just gonna go like kind of hang out in whatever area is within sight of the door.
That's the
Just
kitchen.
kinda wait. Okay, yeah. So she's probably just gonna hang out in the
That big
kitchen.
island. There's a bar stools on the island, so
Yeah, because now that's it. An hour. Oh, that's waiting mode for sure.
yeah.
She can't do anything.
So
now.
Sphinx, after you get the sandwiches made, and you make like a shit ton of bacon, and like Tuck comes by and gets a sandwich, and fucking everyone. This weird guy comes in, and you don't know where he came from, but he's like 7 feet tall almost, but he is skeletal fucking thin. And he's got like this long neck that looks like it has this more joints than it should. And he is pale as all hell, completely bald, no eyebrows. He's wearing a way oversized shirt that is super baggy on him because he obviously had to buy a 4X just because of his height, but he does not have the body to fill it out. And he basically, and it's a Susie and the Banshees concert shirt.
Nice.
And he's wearing black sweatpants, and he's wearing like these really ancient pair of black Air Jordans that look like they're just about to fall to pieces. And he comes in, and in this voice that's barely above a whisper, he's like, "Oh, BLTs."
Yeah.
He starts making himself a sandwich.
He's
like,
gonna,
"Oh,
lean
I'm
over
sorry. Can I?"
Are you known to the house? Are you part of the household?
He's like, "Oh yeah. I mean, if I wasn't, I couldn't even walk in here."
But that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, man.
mean, I think it's
help
fair.
yourself.
Thank you.
Help yourself.
Thank you.
I'm
He's
gonna
like-
lean over to Tux. Is Tux still there?
Tuck's like eating his second sandwich.
Hey, Tuck. Hey, buddy.
And Tuck looks up and he's like, yeah?
Is that a Slender Man?
No, that's a Slua.
Oh, I've never actually seen one before.
Well, now you have.
Wow. I thought that'd be shorter.
He says, they're people, man. They come in all kinds of sizes.
I'm so sorry. That was offensive. I apologize for that. I own that.
And he's like, don't worry, man. People always forget I'm here. It's weird because I look freaky.
You definitely have a look about you. What's your name, man?
Oh, well. Okay, so like I have a name, but I don't choose to go by my mortal name because
what would you prefer to be called?
Murder Hobo X19.
Murder Hobo X19.
Yeah. You play Call of Duty?
No. I'm more of a Destiny 2 fan.
Oh shit! Yeah, they had a new drop, didn't they? A new update.
They did.
Oh god, that must have been killer.
I haven't played it yet because I've been, running around doing all the magical stuff.
Yeah, with the
I hear it's cool as hell.
Oh, it's. I assume it is. I just never got into Destiny.
That's fine. Yeah.
It's like,
do you mind if I? Because that's an awfully long name. Do you mind if I abbreviate that?
Just call me Hobo. Everyone does.
Hobo? Okay.
Yeah.
Hobo.
Yeah. It says, so you guys are gonna go to the ball thing, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
He kind of looks over at Tuck. He's like, I still don't have to go, right? And Tuck's like, it's all hands on deck, lad. If you're gonna back out, you're gonna back out. He's not gonna make you go, but you have abilities. He's like, and we could use ya.
I mean, if you have talents, man.
It's like, oh come on, man.
That could be really cool.
Everyone has talents. Everyone has abilities in this house. The house has abilities, man.
Yes, the house gave us this lovely meal. But thank you, house. I start petting.
Thank you for the bits, Mr. Hypester. He says, but dude, you gotta understand, I'm not into wanton violence and mayhem unless it's pixelated. I can't.
You're a pacifist. I mean, I can respect.
No,
that.
dude, I'm fucking terrified.
Oh, that also.
I'm a coward.
I can also respect that. That I respect your candor and your honesty. That's.
Well, I mean, you got to be transparent with people if you want to get along.
That's fair. Yeah, it's very true. Very true.
And so he looks back over at Tuck. So I'm out then, right? And Tuck's like, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just stay in the car? And then if you feel like you might be useful when we're all screaming and dying, then maybe you'll show up. Or you can just drive off in the car. Because at that point, we'll probably all be fucking dead.
Think of it as a game of of capture the flag in COD.
It's like,
right?
Okay, cool. But if I had a controller and it was an avatar running around, that would be the shit. But as it is, someone's gonna light my skinny white ass on fire. For real.
That's why he's saying staying in the car is a good idea in case. Or stay in the car, getaway driver.
So I don't have a license.
Even better.
I mean,
unless you're a law-abiding citizen.
I used to love driving Warthogs in Halo, but
think of it as driving a Warthog in Halo. Think of it like that.
I don't know if you can drive a car through trees.
Probably not here.
And jump them off 20-foot berms and shit.
I would highly suggest against that. Yeah.
So yeah, I probably shouldn't drive.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Sure.
I'm gonna smoke about 2 pounds of fucking Primo.
Okay.
If you want to come with me, maybe you'll change your mind about trying to go get killed. And maybe you'll be able to talk me into wanting to go. Because, if I get high enough, I get stupid and make bad decisions.
Oh, maybe you
like
just
when I ordered that giant waterbed. That was stupid. It was 1972, though, so I guess it wasn't too weird.
No, they were in fashion at that point. It was a whole thing.
Oh. Well, cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take these sandwiches. And you notice the entire time he's been talking to you, he made like 5 sandwiches. And he's got a platter now, and he's like, "I'm gonna take these sandwiches. I'm gonna go downstairs. If you want to smoke or chat or tell me what you want on your will." He says, "Come on down." And he turns around and he sees Penny, and he's like, "Oh, shit, hi." And Penny's like...
Off limits.
He's like, "Oh, shit. Sorry, but if you want to smoke..." And he goes walking off, and he goes walking down the hallway, like to where, like, Finn's room. But at the last minute, there's the door on the only door on the left-hand side. He opens... And that's the door you guys came up from. He opens the door and goes downstairs into the basement. He has to duck to go in the door.
So a stoner slewer.
He's like, yeah, he's in charge of security. And Duck just starts laughing his ass off.
I have.
He's fucking brilliant. He says, did you know there's literally fucking autonomous little fucking helicopters that fly around this place at all times?
Drones?
Yeah. He says he's like a fucking technological wizard.
Maybe careful with the term. We have actual technological wizards, and they're not good at all.
Well, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Of course, you didn't know. You didn't know. It's fine. But think of them as the Nazis of our world, and we punch the Nazis of we punch them.
This is all right. That makes things a little odd, but okay. He says, "Thanks for the sandwiches. I'm gonna go sharpen a bunch of really nasty weapons."
I should probably do that too while I watch Howard the Duck. But first, the sandwich.
So the rest of the time, you guys spend gathering thoughts, doing your best. Penny spends the rest of the afternoon, like, right beside you on the couch, watching Howard the Duck.
Oh.
Laughing at all the things she's seen 100 times before.
Hell yeah.
And she says, "It still makes me really uncomfortable when he hits on her. That's this weird."
Yeah, well, she hits on him back, and it's just this weird thing, and but also, I mean, Leah Thompson in her prime.
It got even worse when I found out that ducks have a corkscrew penis. What the hell?
Yeah, that made
it like. That's really just. Why are we watching this?
It's funny.
Okay.
And seeing a duck play a guitar is one of the funniest things you'll ever see in life. High or not.
She says, "All right." So, yeah, you spend the rest of the day getting prepped. Around dusk, Vera.
Oh, no.
Your eyes open. You're in that lovely room that was provided for you in that huge, comfy bed. You haven't laid in a bed in a long time, but it is plush. It is luxurious.
For a second, she forgets where she is. And she's like, "Oh yeah. Oh, my luggage." Oh.
Yeah, it's there. While she was still knocked out, Pandora
Did you go down and put it in her room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see your suitcases in your room. Pandora, when you go downstairs to put suitcases in the room, suddenly there's a couch a flat screen TV, and that weird guy who you weren't talking to when he was out there. You see that weird guy sitting on the couch with a headset on, and he's playing, I don't know what he's playing a video game. He's playing Call of Duty, I guess. And he's sitting there, and he's like, he keeps on whispering into the headphones. He's like, no, right flank, Jesus. I know you're 12, but could you get your shit together? Fuck.
Xbox 360 lobby who?
So, and the place absolutely reeks of incredibly strong marijuana. There is remember how big I said the basement was? It's foggy.
Nice.
I'm just gonna bring the luggage down there and bolt.
So he kind of like, he's not even like, he barely even looks up. He's like, yeah, cool.
Talking to you. Okay, whatever. Like, just the important thing is getting it down there and leaving before there is comments. That's the important thing. She'll never know. The perfect crime.
She'll never know the luggage that was lost at the airport.
Well, she doesn't know that I brought it. It could have been Mark who's obsessed with her. It could be Emery's her best friend, or it could be Penny. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
Right. Either way, she'll get up and what time is it?
You can feel that the sun recently went down. As you look at your watch, it's like 6:30-ish.
Vera does not know what time she's supposed to be going to this thing, so she's going to go upstairs and ask.
Okay, so you come out of your room, and the basement reeks. There is now a couch in that empty space down there, a flat screen TV, and an insanely pale, really tall guy completely asleep on the couch.
Nope. And
nope.
She just keeps walking. So she'll go upstairs, like stretching. She's like, "Good evening."
So Penny is like in the kitchen, and she's apparently making some food. And Emery's, are you still chilling out in the living room?
No,
or were you prepping your stuff?
I'm out in the kitchen. I've got like my wand, my staff, and my sword on the countertop. I'm polishing the sword off, and I've got like some gummy bears or something that I'm popping in my mouth every so often.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You're awake, boy. You, we have. First off, did you have a good sleep? Was that nice? Was that good?
I wasn't crying tears of blood, so yes, it was.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yep.
Penny's like, cool, no weirdness, gotcha.
Yeah, no weirdness this time. Thanks for bringing my luggage down, by the way.
She's like, oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that wasn't me either.
Penny dramatically wiggles her eyebrows up and down.
Was it Mark?
Oh yeah, sure, it was
no.
Mark. Absolutely.
Are you in the kitchen, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I was looking. Oh.
Penny looks at Mark.
Oh. She realizes.
And it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
The not only Lee. Oh.
Mm.
Why is that? Why is that weird? Is that weird?
It's weird. It's weird.
Why is that
I mean,
weird?
What's weird?
That was weird like 2 days ago. It seems normal for the last 24 hours.
No, because she's still. Anyways, it's a whole thing. Or she's. Still
You saw
acting
the
right
entire argument at the airport. I was there for it. I took pictures that you're not in. It's
I'm not in
Is that what that was?
It's still weird. Either way, Mark, it's still weird. Also, I haven't seen you since like playing in the pool. So hi.
Yeah. Oh, I sent you a voice note. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to get through the whole thing, though.
Okay, I'll listen to it when I go back downstairs and start getting ready.
The Cliff Notes version is basically Emrys cast a spell.
Okay.
Went back in time while being in the present to see the dragon in a previous moment that existed, was told multiverses are real. This is the only one that can save all of the multiverses. We're the thing that can save the multiverses. There's a lot of weird metaphysical stuff in there that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Part of the dragon is in Penny, but she can't understand it unless she's sleeping. And we have to go to court because redacted is not actually redacted, and we have to deal with that. But that's pretty much like 15 more minutes, and you can get all the finer details.
Okay. All right. Great.
It was a really interesting summation of what I said, Mark. Thank you.
I will absolutely listen to the voice clip when I go back downstairs. I just wanted to see when I needed to be ready by.
Tuck's
when do we have to be ready by?
Tuck says, no one ever arrives to these things on time. It says you're supposed to... the commencements begin at dusk, which, as you can see, it's dusk.
That's now.
Okay, I'm going.
He says, but
hate
no one ever
being
gets
late.
to these things on time.
I don't care. I hate being late. I'm
What?
not even wearing a dress.
Oh boy.
Go get ready. Go ready. And listen to the thing while you get ready, because
I'll listen to the thing. Thank you, Mark,
Cool.
for the thing. I'm going. I shall go back downstairs very quickly and start getting.
As you come back downstairs, the long, skinny guy is sitting up on the couch. He sees you walk by, and he kind of looks at you, and he says, "Oh, hey."
No. And just keep walking.
But, I mean...
No.
But...
No.
she's gay. Get in the car.
Once again, the answer is no, and I'll shut the door and just slam.
He's like, you hear out from the door, through the door, you hear, "Oh, man."
Vera will start curling her hair, taking it out of the braid and doing it up in curls.
All right, now that we have everyone conscious, it is 9:35, so it is time for us to take a little breaky break. And during that breaky break, we are going to start our contest. Ooh, let me find my... So, remember, tonight we're going to give away a set of minis that is from... Oh, I forgot I copied that giant text thing from Alagros earlier, and I just pasted it into chat. I am holding down the backspace key for the next hour. But yes, we're going to do a giveaway from Kickstarter for a really good friend of ours, and he is running this Kickstarter. This is the Kickstarter for the Necromancer's Tower. It's 3D printable character miniatures and terrain STL files that you can use to print these out on your personal 3D printer. Now, this is a Kickstarter that's going on right now. It's already fully funded. But if you get on now, we can help us get some more unlocks for the Kickstarter. We supported it because, of course, if anyone knows me, you know that I'm a fucking 3D printer junkie, and I literally mainline resin. But it's got a bunch of incredible art with it. It's got some incredible terrain features that are coming with it. And it's got some incredible minis. And tonight, we're going to give away one of those minis. So, first off, I'm going to put this up here. This is the minis that we're going to be giving away from. We've already given away the Necromancer. We've already given away the Skeletal Bear. But you guys can choose any mini you want to give away, because Doug is going to print that mini out for you guys, and he's going to send it out to you directly. All you guys have to do as a group is decide which mini you guys want out of this incredible collection to be the mini that's going to be awarded tonight. So when we go on break, this is going to be up on the break screen window so you can look at it. And when we get, and you're going to vote on it in chat. And then when we get back, we're going to draw the winner. But first, we're going to start the actual contest. Now, the contest is done using chat as well. All you have to do is follow the rules that are popping up in chat right now. You type !mini into chat. And when we get back from break, once we decide which mini we're going to give away, we will go ahead and draw the winner. So, in the meantime, Froggle, that's a good one. I like that one. So we're going to go ahead and go on a 10-minute break. It is 9:37. We will be back at 9:47, and we will do the giveaway at that point. So please, everyone, make sure you type !mini into chat, and you will be entered to win. And please be back in 10 minutes for the rest of this evening's festivities. We love you all very much, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back because my cast won't let me go live again because they want to chat about the game all
Anarchy.
night.
Anarchy!
They're rebelling. I cannot have rebellion in this house.
This is a unionized strike until we finish our chat.
So, I see we have 2 votes for the Fragul.
Cool.
If we don't have any other votes, because I know that we have an actual small crowd tonight. It's kind of interesting. But we will go ahead and say that we will go with the Fragul for this evening. So, if everyone is cool, we were going to go ahead and close the entries in the contest in 3, 2, 1. Actually give a little bit of a pause because there's a delay between me and the stream, so I always count to a little bit more, but here we go. Closing the entries. Picking a winner. Celtic Wyvern King. Dun dun dun! There we go. And I think I already have your information, sir. So that shouldn't be an issue, and we will get that sent out to you. If I don't, let me go ahead and I'll get it. I'll make sure I get it from you, and I will send that over to Doug, and Doug will be able to get you that mini, and everything is good. And let's go ahead and get back to chaos and anarchy. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight, and we will get back to the chaos and allow you to enjoy the absolute meltdown that's about to happen.
Oh boy.
So, when we left off, you were getting ready, Vera. Everyone else, what are y'all doing as the evening wears on? As you guys, as Vera's come up and then promptly gone back downstairs and gotten hit on all in the same breath. So, sorry, didn't mean to make you choke, Sphinx.
Penny is the only one who gets a direct message of, "Can you come help me with my eyeliner? I can't see."
Penny's like, sure. Is Stretch still down there?
Yes.
She's like, she sends you the rolling eye emoji.
I just thumbs up.
So she comes down, there's a knock on your door.
Oh, come in.
She comes in the door and he's like, and you hear from outside, "Oh man."
I got like the base, but like I can't. I always get it uneven because of like not being able to see it.
She's
That's
like, Penny's like, "I'm gonna give you wings so sharp they're gonna make people bleed."
Perfect. That's all I want.
And she says, "So, but give me a minute because I really think I'm got a massive contact right now.
Yeah, no worries.
Just walked through an unbreathable room."
Yeah, no worries.
So she kind of looks at you and she says, "So, I see you got your luggage."
I did. I wonder who brought it to me.
I don't
Weird.
know. I mean, it's way too heavy for me to lift.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you pack that bag way too heavy. It would take someone strong to lift that and carry it all the way downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark's been fighting with the house all day, so he's had
Wait,
no
Mark's fighting with the
time.
house?
He's at war with the house.
Since when?
Since, well, I don't know. Last night he was having a blast. He was getting thrown in the pool. Everything was good. Come to find out, he did something somewhere along the lines, and apparently this house has a room that you can't get out of in it somewhere, and it stuck him in there.
Okay. So Mark's fighting with the house. So it's new information to me that was not on the voice message. So that's good to know.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. That's news number one.
Okay, great.
News number two. So you already heard about the dragon being in my brain.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. I will say that I don't feel a thing, and I don't know
that's
what
good.
it means. And
Okay.
as usual,
great.
no one's telling me anything. So
Cool. I mean, we're in the same boat because like I wasn't awake, so I have no idea. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. That and
Cool,
so what else? What else news happened? Oh, Rosalind slept with fucking Finn. So there that happened.
that.
Yeah, that
I heard
happened.
about- I heard about that one.
That happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently Finn is not used to not being immediately like fawned all over the next day because Roz threw him out of the bedroom and he sat in the kitchen for like 45 minutes freaking out.
Oh no, I don't. I'm not the center of someone's admiration and affection right after we sleep together. Tragic.
Pretty much.
Okay.
She says, like,
Great.
I mean, usually I'm just sitting there laying there going, they saw me make the weirdest face I've ever made in my life. I just want them to leave or go get me coffee, one or the other.
How hard is that to do? Anyways. Any other news I should know about?
Let me see.
Sphinx, you're not here. It's Auntie Vera now.
Do you know about the time travel? You know about everything else?
Yep.
Trying to think. Nope, you met Emo Boy, so I don't know what else. That's about it.
Great, cool. I feel caught up to speed now.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, I feel like I'm caught up to speed and I don't need anything else. I know who brought me the luggage now, so that's that.
That's that?
Yep.
It's like, well, I'm glad you're so calm about it. I wasn't actually expecting that.
The calmness?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you know.
Know what?
I mean, you know.
Know what?
Good God, are you both dense?
Yeah.
I just purposely ignore it. So
I want to come out for this tea. I want to come out for this tea at this point.
we're down in my room. So like,
This is beautiful.
it's not that I'm dense. It was maybe at first I didn't realize what was happening, but also like I don't think there's an actual interest there. I think that maybe she's just found out I am more interesting than she originally thought.
So there's no interest there except for the interest that's there.
Interest in things about me, not me personally as a person.
So once
up
again,
until this point, when she wasn't speaking to me or anything like that, and now suddenly we've decided to change our minds. So like, I'm not really about that.
I'm just gonna throw out some, you know.
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
Remember, you 100 years old, me,
Yeah.
a mere
120,
babe loose in the wood.
Sure.
She says, but you know how you're kinda saying that there was no interest there until she found out certain facts about you,
Yeah.
that then there's an interest there, but it's not because of the interest that you think should be there? What exact interest are you looking for then?
Maybe somebody that's interested in me before they realize I'm gay, and that changes their entire perception of me.
So maybe someone who's interested in you before they know there's even any hope of being interested in you.
I don't remember her asking, nor taking the time to get to know me or ask about me to anybody else. So
We've known it. I mean, no, but she's also never really talked to you.
nor has she tried in the multiple times that I've tried.
You mean those funny times when you went to poke the bear?
You mean... Yeah.
Honestly, did you ever really try and engage in conversation, or were you just trying to see, how many post-its you can make or waste?
I mean, that was just every now and again. There was times I actually tried.
Every now and again. Just every now. Thank you very much for the follow, Covietti. So just every now and again, you went and antagonized her because you thought it was funny.
Like she didn't antagonize me too.
She has to use post-its.
That's her own fault. That was a choice that she made. It's not like she's mute where she can't speak to me.
She is. You know what? You're right.
I don't like that attitude, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I said that.
Mm-hmm. She's
like, now let's get you into this dress of doom.
Dress of doom.
Yes, because you had to come help me get into my dress of doom, and mine's bigger. Ha!
I didn't. You know what? Good for you.
I got a hoop skirt. Nah.
Ew, well, I don't want a hoop skirt. I just want the backless.
So anyway, she helps you get dressed.
Okay, she gets dressed.
And she did do your makeup just the way you wanted it.
Perfect.
All right, so
Black lipstick and some thick, sharp eyeliner.
Yep. Creased eyeliner massiveness.
That looks great.
You would love to be able to find out. It's all the sadness. So, after you guys get dressed, everyone gets ready.
Uh-huh.
And Mark, did you get ready as well?
I did, but I don't trust the house, so it's a little bit awkward. I'm gathering my stuff and then throwing my clothes into a bag and then grabbing some supplies from the house, getting the garden hose from the backyard.
Oh my god.
And then stretching it out to the curb. And I'm gonna shower with the garden hose in a bathing suit on the street. And then I'm gonna towel off on the street and then change into my clothes and then put on my product for my hair and stuff. And then just wait for them on the curb.
You're the most dramatic.
About 15 minutes into this routine, when you're just getting your clothes on and everything like that, a police cruiser comes by. And the window rolls down, and the officer's looking at you where you're one leg in your pants and the other leg kind of hopping around on one leg. And he's like, sir, are you okay?
Yeah, no, my friends and I are staying there, but we all got to get ready for this big event, and you know.
We had a report of someone attempting to shower in the street.
And
by the way, several cars did drive by.
In a bathing suit. It's not
He's like, no, we didn't receive any report of nudity.
Yeah.
We just received a report. Well, the literal statement was, there's some crazy asshole trying to shower in the street, and I nearly ran him over.
Nobody hit me, or even came close to it.
Well, your idea of coming close is not the same as an 80-year-old woman who cannot react that fast.
Was there even anybody that drove by, or is this crazy?
No, I said several cars drove by.
Oh. I mean, okay, I can understand if they're concerned.
It's so you're staying in the house? Hey, Smitty the Grey. Thank you for following. So you're staying in this house?
Yeah.
So you would have no problems if we went up to the house and asked if you're staying here?
Sure, go for it.
It's all right. We'll be right back.
All right, sounds
and
great.
He pulls the cruiser in the driveway and drives up to the door.
Oh, no.
And I'm just going to finish getting ready in the curb.
Oh, no.
So now it's who's answering the door to determine how this goes.
So there is a knock on the door. And Tuck gets up and goes over and opens the door. Okay. And he's like, hello, officer. What can we do for you? And the officer kind of raises an eyebrow and he says, yeah, there's a gentleman, half-naked gentleman down on the street who just got through taking a shower with a hose in the road. He says he's staying here. Is that true? And he kind of looks around and he's like, I don't know who's missing, but there's a lot of people staying here right now. Oh, did you walk up the driveway after them?
No, I'm just waving from the street.
And he kind of looks out and he's like, oh, yeah, he's a crazy bastard, but yeah, he's staying here. And the guy officer's like, is there any particular reason he was made to shower in the street? And Tuck kind of looks at the officer and is like, I did say crazy bastard. And the officer looks at Tuck and he's like, okay. He's staying here. Yes. And Tuck's like, yes. He's like, all right. The police officer's like, all right. Who do you own this house? Is this your house? And Tuck says, I'll live here. And the police officer says, "Oh my God, can I see some ID, please?" And Tuck's like, "I live here."
Oh no!
Oh my God, do I hear this?
Yes.
Rose is coming up front.
And Tuck's like, "So I don't know why I need to show my identification when I already told you I live here. And there's all these other people."
Tuck, darling, please move.
He's like, "Oh, yes, my lady. Now I have to move because the lady says so. And she's the lady now, and I've got to get the fuck out of the way because I'm just a Tuck and fuck that shit." And Tuck's like, walks off and he sits on the staircase. Like,
We're gonna have words later.
It's like, "Oh, words and nothing." The police.
May I help you?
He's like, "Yes, ma'am. There's a man who was reported that was endangering himself by showering in the street, and he claims that he is staying here. We just need to verify this with the owner of the home. So we were just asking to see some identification, which you're legally required to carry." And he's peeking over your shoulder at Tuck. He's like, "to confirm that that gentleman is a resident of this house, so he could confirm that that man is staying here."
Rosaline just pulls out her ID. Is this enough?
He's like, he looks at the ID. He's like, "Yes, ma'am, Miss Carter."
Mm-hmm.
And he hands you back your ID. Do you look at your ID?
Yes.
It says Linda Carter, and it's this address.
Nice. Thank you, house.
And he goes like, "So is he staying?" The officer says, "Is he staying here?"
Yes.
All right. "Would you please go round him up and tell him not to shower in the street anymore?"
I will have a conversation with him, but...
And
as
you
Tuck
do
said,
understand that in the state of California, if you were to call mental health services, they do a 72-hour cycle
Yes,
for anyone
I'm
who's
very
having
aware.
mental issues.
I
He
am
pulls
very
out a pamphlet. "If you have any more problems with him, you may call this number, and they will come get him, and they will help alleviate the stress that may be happening in this household."
Yes, I... Thank you. I will get him momentarily. She yells, "Vera!"
From downstairs. Ugh. Coming! Come on, Penny.
I gotta hold my breath. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll come up in my dress, like holding it in one hand.
Describe your dress, Vera.
Yes. So Vera's lovely gown is a completely backless black gown that comes up high collar, mesh across the top, no sleeves. Form fitting comes down to about her knees, where it's black, and then the rest of the skirt is mesh that trails behind her. A notable factor is when you look at Vera from like behind her, the completely backless back of this gown that shows her back. There are 6 thick whip marks that are scarred over.
Oh.
So she's pulling up her skirt. She's like, "What? What?"
Can you please go get Mark?
Penny looks at Vera, looks at Vera's dress, looks over at you, Rosaline, and she's like, "I'm gonna answer that one for her. No."
Oh, Rosaline's already dressed as well, and she's like, "Can you please?"
Man,
get
just because
Mark
I'm the slowest, I have to go get the freaking cat.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
hold on,
decided
hold on.
to take a shower in the street,
you
and this
look-
police officer told me to go round him up.
Also, you look beautiful.
you.
Mark! She just swings out the door. Mark!
I'm gonna wave from the street.
Okay.
I'm gonna text Vera. If I shout that the house will mess up my outfit before the ball, I'm gonna sound like a crazy person.
She's just gonna call you.
Cop is like, is it really this much trouble to get the man off the street?
Hold on.
Yes.
I am so sorry, officer. I'm so sorry. I know.
He looks at you, Rose, and he's like, the pamphlet, there's a number.
I know. I'm very aware. Thank
Mark,
you,
dear.
officer. Where you're going to handle
Will you
it, you can
please
please
come up?
leave.
You're scaring-
I've
you're scaring
had to
me.
report to a call, so the situation must be resolved to my satisfaction before I can leave.
It'll be just a moment. Mark, can you please
can you
come
just have like Finn drive onto the street and then take me somewhere else?
Why do you have to go somewhere else?
If I step back on the property, you know the house is messing everything up for me.
What do you mean the house is messing me up?
The cop's like, the house is messing everything up?
What are you
I'm
talking
saying that to the phone, not to the cop.
I know, but she's repeating everything you say. And she's standing right beside the cop.
Rose is yelling for Finn at this point, like, dear God, help.
Okay, if I come down there, like...
Finn comes out.
Will you come back out?
He's like all dressed to the
Just
nines.
take the car off of the road so
He's
I
like,
can drive it
what's
somewhere.
going
I
on?
will
Why
leave.
is there a police officer here? Hello,
I don't know,
officer.
ask Mark.
Mark. I'm sorry, officer. You can take him.
No, don't Finn.
What?
Stop.
It's like, and Finn says, do you live here, sir? And Finn's like, yes, officer, this is my house. And he says, so is this person staying here at this home? And he's like, yes, he's staying here at this home. He's like, are you aware that he was taking a shower in the street? And he was like, I am now.
Finn, would you mind going
yes.
and getting our lovely friend from the street, maybe drive him somewhere else? He said that he's having difficulties with his outfit and needs to go get something. Or have
Okay.
maybe?
A what?
Maybe have
I
like,
guess.
attack,
I
like this is
mean,
also an excuse because I heard Rosalind yelling at you, like.
Okay. Tuck. And Tuck's still sitting on the stairs. He's like, yes, sir. He's like, would
Thank you,
you
Tuck.
go take Mark wherever he needs to go, but make sure you are on time for the
I don't
event
think
tonight?
it'll be very long. Okay, Mark. Tuck's
And
with
Finn-
you.
Tuck-
Stay right there.
And Tuck's like, okay, but I'm taking my car.
Okay, thank you, Tuck. I appreciate it so much.
Tuck's like, mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Rose is just gonna look at him. He's had an attitude problem, like, for the last 10 minutes.
Finn looks at you and says, I told him we'd probably get... Looks at the cop. He leans really close here. I told him he might get to kill people, and he's been
Thank
very
you so much,
impatient
officer.
ever
I'm like
since."
speaking over that. Thank you for your time, officer. Like, I understand that was quite the disturbance, but I appreciate you checking my check.
You suddenly hear a fucking roar of a giant engine starting up.
The truck.
And this giant 4x4 truck on like 2-foot risers with giant knobby fucking mutter tires, dents all over it, and really no muffler whatsoever to speak of, comes pulling around from the side where the garage is, drives down by the front of the house, down the driveway, and literally goes so close to the police cruiser, you hear rubber squeaking on the paint for a second as one of the tires rubs on a fender.
Thank you so much, officer. I appreciate you coming down and making sure that he's doing all right. I appreciate it so much.
The truck stops right in front of you, Mark. The door
get
swings
in?
open.
Yeah, get in.
Okay. He's like... Tuck is looking at you, and he says, all right, where the fuck are we going?
Anywhere you want to go. We just both know if I get back on that property, the house is messing with me.
He's like, I don't know why it would. You haven't been shitty to it all day. That I know of. Well, who knows what the fuck you did in your room.
It has messed with me non-stop since last night. I don't trust this sucker at all.
It's not like the house. The house doesn't usually pay attention. You have to do something first to instigate it. Trust me, I'm the biggest asshole I know, and I know a lot of fucking people, including you. And I know that one.
Well, I don't trust this house at all.
Because you can't help pushing its fucking buttons.
The house is vindictive and evil.
The house is vindictive and evil when retaliating for actions already committed.
I asked for a book.
It gave you a book.
No, it sent me away when I asked for the book.
How many times had you asked for the book?
I asked for like 2 different books.
There's got to be something more to the story that I'm not informed of, but fuck it, we're gonna drive around the block.
Thank you once again, officer, so much. We appreciate you coming in, checking and making sure he was okay.
The officer kind of looks at you, and he looks around at everyone else, and he's like, he overly long stares at Rosaline and Finn for a few moments, which is expected. But once he breaks his eye contact away, he's like, all right, well, just make sure that doesn't happen again.
Of course.
Maybe your friend should stay in a hotel if he doesn't feel comfortable staying here.
I will absolutely bring it to his attention. Either way,
Okay.
I appreciate you coming by and checking out us during your busy evening.
Thank you. Yeah.
She's Rosaline's slowly closing the door.
That's Vera's like, thank you, have a nice night.
And he's like, you see, he walks off down to his patrol car, and he's sitting in the driveway for a few minutes. You see him pull out a clipboard and pull out his laptop and start typing. And he's in there, and he's on his radio for a few minutes. After about 10 minutes, he finally puts the car in reverse and backs up and turns around.
Thank you, House, for helping.
I have
At that
no
point,
idea.
Emrys kind of walks in, like, kind of fixing his vest and what have you.
Oh,
Was that the police?
yeah, Mark
Yeah.
almost got arrested.
Also, Emery's.
From upstairs, you hear, Vera, you were supposed to help me!
I'm coming. And she's like, oh shit, Emery's. He's like,
This
great.
thing has too many
You
hoops!
look hot.
I know. Thank you. And then she'll like pulling up the skirt. Emery, you would be well familiar with the scars that she has.
Oh, yeah.
Or she's like, I decided to be petty tonight. I'm not supposed to be there anyways. And goes running off.
So, Pandora, what are you doing?
Probably
Oh,
gay
well-
panicking.
Absolutely. She never went to prom, so this is kind of like her equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
And she's definitely having a giddy little moment in the mirror, because she's never really had like a reason to dress up this fancy in this particular way. So this is like her first time in a suit that fits, and she's just really happy. But also here's Vera outside, and so it's just like, no. But she eventually just, kind of peeks out, and also hears Emery's being like, was that the cops? And she's like, are we in trouble already? We haven't even left.
I imagine
No,
you see
no,
the tail end of
they're
Vera.
gone. They're gone. It's fine. You
You
can
probably see
come out.
like the tail end of Vera as she's like running to go help Penny.
Yeah, you see Vera run by
Oh,
in
God.
in described dress.
Oh, Lord.
Ivy, you're the only dress I don't have a picture of.
She dropped it in the Discord.
You
It's,
do
it's
have
in
a picture
Emerald.
of it?
It's in the Discord now.
As in
You do
this
have a picture of it, but it's in our DMs as well. But I would put it in the Discord.
I'm finding. So, oh wow.
Yeah.
What was that? Are you okay?
Not gonna make it.
Not gonna make it.
Oh,
Y'all are a
that
bunch
is
of
drop
Lord.
dead gorgeous.
Wait.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Hold on.
Yes, bitch.
We're not gonna make it.
Oh wait, is this the dress I told you I'd buy for you?
Yeah, you're like, you wear it in cosplay. I was like, do not.
We're not gonna make it.
I was like, I will buy this and send it to you. Do not even.
Yeah. I think Whitmore's dresses just make clear customs.
Yes. Yes. That's so exciting.
All right, so I'm trying to find this thing. Come on.
And just because I want to be properly melodramatic, so Pandora did get like a glimpse of Vera, but hasn't had like the whole like taking it in.
Oh yeah, of
kind
course.
of
Like, it
moment.
was
Like
just
she's
the limbs.
yeah, she still has like an aneurysm coming. She just like
Yeah, of course.
An aneurysm coming. There's still an aneurysm incoming, but it's not here just yet.
Correct.
All
I can
right.
continue with her dress.
So, other than so, you get into Penny's room, and Penny is struggling with this. Gothic is basically the only way you can describe it. Black, like almost like a Southern Belle's gown, but just black and black. It's really the only color.
This is such a good choice.
And she's like, I know. She's like, she says, Rosaline has absolutely no idea how much I spent on this ridiculous thing.
This is
Rose
stunning.
was there when she bought it.
Yes, but you didn't see the price tag because she pulled it off.
Going
Of course she did.
to shock your father. He's going to love it.
He's
beautiful.
She's like, he loves Antebellum, so you know.
He's gonna love it. I started helping her with the buttons in the back and all of the hoops.
Yes, and getting everything laid out. She's like,
Yes.
You know, dresses like this are probably why women got used to dressing and undressing in public. You kind of have to do this outdoors. How do you get through doors?
So the hoop will actually bend as you walk. It'll squish, so you'll be okay. Once you're through doorways, you'll be fine.
Oh wait, you were alive when they wore these things.
I'm not that.
She's like, you look amazing for 100. Shush.
Wait, doesn't she qualify as a MILF?
If I had children.
If I had children.
I don't.
Oh. All right.
Yeah,
So
I'll help her finish getting ready. Do the finishing touches on whatever she needs. And then...
All right. So everyone's getting ready. Everyone is prepared. Finn comes around and he's like, all right, so we don't have a driver anymore because Mark took him.
I'll call Mark. Be like, are you guys coming back? Mark, I'm calling you.
Hello?
Hey. Are you coming back or did you actually go somewhere?
I mean, we're driving around the block, but I don't want to get back on the property.
Okay, well the cop is gone, so you're fine. I just needed to know if you had the ride or not.
Sure. Are y'all ready right now?
I think just about.
Okay, well call us when you're ready. That way, I'm not standing on the curb very long.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I think, hold on. I'm just gonna poke my head out of Penny's room and yell, is everyone ready to go?
Yes.
You get different expressions of yes.
Yeah, we're ready now.
Okay, well, I guess meet us outside.
Okay, I'll see you in a few. Bye.
Bye.
Hang on.
All right, they're coming back then. That's Finn.
They're coming back. They're on their way.
And he goes
I'm just gonna have them stop so I can get out on the curb and then get picked back up again when they're leaving.
Oh my god.
Finn's like, so Finn's coming up to the driveway and he's slowing down to turn the driveway, and I'm assuming you go to open your door.
Yeah.
He guns it. The rest of the way up the driveway.
Oh.
Tuck.
I'm getting out of the car and walking off of the property.
You're gonna bail out of the car in your clothes?
No, I'm saying as soon as he stops, I'm getting out of
He's
the car.
not stopping!
No,
He's slowing down to turn into the driveway, and as he takes the turn where you would think you'd be stopping to let you out, instead of stopping, he just guns it.
Yeah, but he has to stop at some point, which is when I get out and walk back off the property.
Oh, okay. You're waiting for him to stop the truck.
Yeah.
All right. So, Finn pulls up.
And I'm calling an Uber now.
Calling an Uber now.
Hey,
Finn pulls up and he stops the car. You get out of the car. He goes walking around, and you see that there's suddenly a limousine parked on the side of the house where the garage is.
Nice.
And Finn goes around, and Tuck goes around, and he's like, and now I'm a driver. This is the best job ever. And he goes and gets in front of the car, and he pulls up. You're walking down the driveway, and he says, we'll pick you up in a minute.
Not when the Uber gets here, you won't.
He's like, if you want to take an Uber, you still have to know where you're fucking going. And he laughs, and he just drives past you.
I think they're back. That's a call from Penny's room. Penny, here? And I'll put out my hand.
And Penny takes your hand. And she's like, I feel like the belle of the goth ball.
You are.
I know.
Come on. Emery, close your eyes.
What? I'm standing there
Don't
working for my staff, and I'm why am I closing my eyes?
Because I said so.
Happening?
Because I said so.
Fine.
I'm gonna lead Penny, put her promptly in front of Emery's, and then take a step away.
So,
Okay.
Penny's dress is on screen right now.
Yes. Hold on. I
Yes.
Yes.
On the show.
Oh, it's okay. I'm waiting for it to catch up.
Yep,
Give it
same.
just a second.
That
Give it-
one.
Give it just a second.
Also, mind you, Pandora has made her way out.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Still waiting.
Beautiful. Watch it. What?
Oh my god.
It's good, didn't I? I picked good.
Iconic.
I put her promptly in front of Emery's and be like, shh, don't open your eyes yet. I kind of like lay the dress flat, then step aside. All right, you can open.
She's looking at it. She's like, "Princess."
You are. Oh my! I put my hand over my mouth and then just you're so gorgeous.
It just says, "This is very uncomfortable."
Well, yeah, it's
But it's insane. She's like, she's looking down. She's trying to spin, but the dress is like. She's like, "Oh, sorry, I got to get used to this."
You look amazing, kiddo.
I hope there's nothing that does fire stuff, because I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'll cut it off you if
That-
you like, or something. One of us will.
We'll figure that out should that come to pass. But
Yeah.
for now, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I feel like I should be wearing sweats under this or something, but I think I'd die of heat
No.
stroke.
No, that would completely ruin the look.
This is, she just keeps on bursting into giggles. So that is what Penny is in. Mark is wearing. Oh, Mark is not.
outside.
Mark is outside and telling people to fuck off. Why is this one not coming up?
I'm so excited to have a stroke. Oh, I'm so excited.
You're so excited to have a stroke?
I'm so excited.
Oh, for some reason, it's not loading. I don't know why.
The apex of the gay panic for now.
Let me see if any of them load. Yeah, none of them are loading for some reason.
Oh,
Why are you doing this to me, you bad thing? Boop. Let's see if that works. Yeah, there it is. There is Mark's outfit. His vest and his shirt. Here is Emery's.
So dapper.
I know.
So dapper.
Didn't you say the red was replaced with some other color, Emery's? Or
purple, right?
Purple.
Purple.
Purple. And then we have Pandora in a suit.
Yeah.
Dapper.
Their first three-piece suit.
Yes.
And of course, we have
Lady Rose.
Lady Rosaline looking as equally amazing as she is terrifying. And
with the sword and everything.
I
Let's
know.
go.
Iconic.
she definitely is holding a sword, and it is definitely real.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Finn's wearing a sword too. So
it was Emrys.
So is Emery's. Here is the front of Ivy's dress.
Oh God.
And for those of you daring enough to look, here is the back.
You guys are so cute.
Oh,
She keeps the rosary on. The rosary is still hanging low.
yep. So that is our gathering of incredible people who are decked out in incredible finery, to go face what could be the end of their existence. Everyone piles into the limousine.
Like that.
Okay, the end of everyone's existence. So they pile into the limousine.
Did Pandora get a full look at Vera yet?
Pandora.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So after helping Penny, Vera will kind of step off to the side, let Emery's and Penny have their moment. Kind of.
Yeah, so they're having their moment. So you know that like a double take. She's done like a 12 take. Like she keeps like snapping her damn neck. Hold on.
Yes, with black.
Is she even going Is she even going as far as to try and cover her own eyes?
No, and she is still wearing the shades, and she's still like.
Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like kind of walk over and stand in front of her, Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I was just gonna tell you, you look very handsome.
The fucking stereo in the house comes on, and Kiss the Girl starts playing.
Yeah, how did this get
And Emma starts swaying, staff, singing into it.
Rose is covering Pandora right now. Is the house calling me out right now?
First of all, the Little Mermaid's straight, so at least give me a gay song.
I was just gonna tell you look really nice, but this is a lot. So
Wow.
you know what? That's the best compliment you've ever given me, so I'll take it.
Dear God. Oh, Lord.
Pandora, are you alright?
No.
Am I missing something? Did I miss something?
No. Oh my
Pandora,
God.
honey, go outside. You need some fresh air.
No,
Get a little hot under the collar.
No, you know that thing. You know that thing. No, don't.
Oh!
I'm just like looking at Emery's, looking at Pandora, just like.
Forgive me?
You know,
No.
what?
Okay.
You know,
And I just
you know
turn
that-
away.
You know that thing where people are like, "Oh, jelly knees? Yeah, my knees are fucking gone. I don't trust myself to walk right now. Hold on."
I mean, I'm pretty strong. Do you want me to hold you or
oh,
like?
please don't. I think I'll have a heart attack. I'm sorry. There's just a lot of, it's like everything's
Just
happening at
whispering to
once.
the house for popcorn.
A bowl of popcorn disappears in your hand.
But also,
Yeah.
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 You don't even understand. This is like everything I missed out on happening at once. I think I'm gonna cry. Oh my God.
Are you?
So
wait, missed out on what
Kiss the
specifically?
Girl
Oh,
fades, and Constant Craving by Katie Lang comes on.
I'm confused. What do you mean by missing out on?
Dude, like, oh my God, I'm already having a stroke.
What do you?
Everything at once, it'll be fine.
No. Okay,
Like-
breathe. What do you mean?
Like, oh, for fuck's sake! I mean, I didn't get a homecoming or a junior prom or any of that shit. I had to drop out. My parents kicked me out. They found out I was gay. They were okay with me being a werewolf, but not with me being gay. So I never had like a prom or anything. I didn't go to college or any of this shit. I've never had any of these, these fucking coming of age movie moments where like the girl walks down the stairs and she's got the dress and there's the guy with
Vera, you're the girl.
Great. She just like smacks your arm.
And it hurts because she's got potence.
Okay, first off,
what?
I'm
Celtic
So
Reverend
sorry
King
that
actually
you-
redeemed Hydrate because we're probably all dying.
okay.
Yeah.
Not a good choice.
No.
I first off am so incredibly sorry that you had to miss out on all of those experiences. I can't say I fully understand because I went from a private tutor to being a nun, but I still appreciate that this is the level of reaction and I will do my best to comprehend what you're experiencing. Also, and she'll put out a hand.
Ah!
Would you mind going with me?
Drop the popcorn bowl.
I
Emma goes and stands next to Rose.
I don't
Kicks a little
quite
bit of the
know.
popcorn.
I don't
Before
quite
she
know-
drops it.
I don't quite know what a prom or a homecoming is. I never went, but if it's a dance, I can absolutely take you if you're be interested.
It finally clicks. Oh,
It finally clicks.
Right.
Guys, you're killing me. But she'll stand there with outstretched hand. If not, I understand. I know that we're not the closest.
Pandora,
But
if you don't say yes, I'm gonna
Of
whack
course
you
I'm
with my
trying to-
staff.
I'm having a panic attack right now. She called me handsome. You realize that's the first time I've ever said that to me? Oh my fucking god. Yes, totally. But I'm shaking right now.
that's okay.
We can hold hands like when we get there. I'll try to be
Okay.
normal by the time we get there. Holy shit.
I thought this was your normal, but okay.
No, it's only with you. You should see me when you're not around during the day.
Looks at the other two who are eating popcorn, and be like,
I'm hungry. Is that a problem?
no.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can't get close enough because of my dress.
Here, Rose holds out the book.
She takes him out. You literally like have to be 3 feet away.
Oh, this is everything I've ever wanted.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna step out so that way.
Yeah,
you
no,
can-
go ahead.
Okay,
I'm so
I'm gonna
sorry.
step out on
You hear a car horn.
coming.
Yep. Chuck is getting impatient. Let's go.
Should probably go.
Finn's like, yeah. He walks out.
Excuse
I was gonna say,
me?
he said anything more.
He
Oh,
said-
he forgot! He forgot her!
You just got shut up by Vera.
I was gonna say if it had said anything else, but he was about to get cursed out.
He goes over to the front door and he opens it and he looks back and he's like,
Oh, Vera's just walking through. She's gonna give Pandora a second to like.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, blood
Penny's
pressure's
like-
still like.
but he's like trying to gather his dress up. And she's like, how do you do this?
Sides.
All right,
Pick up,
I got you,
pick
kiddo.
up on the sides.
Okay.
And then grab the hoop skirt also. Once you
All right.
lift up the hoop skirt, it'll be easy to carry.
Okay. She's like, hey, it's not even heavy.
Mm-hmm.
She started walking out. She's like, she looks at the car door and she's like, oh my god, why did I
Press
do
it.
It's
this?
okay. We'll help you. It's okay.
Y'all may have to push her in.
Like, it's fine.
So, Vera, you get in the car. Big
Fly
giant
away.
stretch limousine, all the normal countrymen. Penny comes in after you, and for a while, you know, it's just like dark inside. As she manages to fit her skirt and herself through the door, and she managed to pull it all in and get into a seat. Emery's, you come in. Finn comes in. Milagros, you're last in line because Mark's down on the street.
Yeah.
The Uber still isn't here yet.
No, you're up in the hills. It's not like, you know, Uber's just wandering around out here. People out here have money. They don't drive Uber for a living.
Mark, just get in the fucking car. We gotta go.
Just text me the address. The Uber's on its way.
I have no idea, but just get in the fucking car, dude. I didn't know. I did not just spill my guts for you to still be acting like a bitch. Let's get in the car.
Hey, get in the car.
Oh my god. I'm never gonna live this down. This is like all my feelings for the year. I'm never having emotions again.
You hear Tuck shift the car into drive, and then the car just starts rolling down the driveway with the door open.
Hand over, just get in the car.
No, she's getting in the car. Like she's got.
Oh, she got in the car?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
in the car. It's just.
So
like,
you get in the car. Tuck
Tell your
pulls
Mark to get in the
Tuck
car.
pulls up next to you, Mark, and he rolls down the window, and he says, "So, like, I drove you up to the house, all the way up, and nothing fucking happened. It's almost like the house needs to be fucking antagonized. Unlike me, by the way." He's like,
Sounds like somebody doesn't respect other people's boundaries. So you can
Fuck
drive
no!
the address, and I'll take the Uber. I don't trust getting in a vehicle with
Mark,
you anymore.
Mark, stop it, okay?
It's like-
we're doing the group thing. We're literally about to save the fucking universe. Get in the fucking car.
No.
We can't do the really cool slow motion entrance if you're not there.
Yeah, dude, the universe put us in a
my
group
God.
so we could do cool shit. And you were riding a limo with us? This is my first
Wow.
time in a fucking limo.
Mark.
This is so
Hold
fancy,
on.
dude.
Hold on.
Cool slow
Hold
motion
on.
entrance.
Hold on. Rose is gonna roll down the window, lean out of the car. Now, Mark, don't you want to make a very dramatic entrance? Think about
I
it.
make a
All of us
dramatic
show.
entrance no matter what. I don't need the
Mark.
limo, and I don't need to be in a vehicle driven by Tuck, who goes out of his way to not respect the things that you ask for. All I asked was for him to stop and let me out at the road, and instead he accelerated to ensure that I couldn't and had to be back on the property. That was a boundary I set with him. He knew I didn't want it, and he did it anyways. I don't trust him. I'm not going to trust him. I'm not getting in a
The
vehicle.
glass divider rolls down. In my defense, I was an asshole before he asked that, and I'm still an asshole. The glass goes back up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mark,
Alright.
just please be careful, please.
How are you paying for the Uber?
It's an app.
Uh-oh.
How do you pay for stuff?
Okay, we really don't have time for this.
From the backseat, Penny goes, "She doesn't know."
Mark, please just be safe. We'll text you the address. Good.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Please be careful. Don't get into any more trouble, please. Thank you.
The car pulls out and heads down the road. A few moments later, you get a text message. And the text message basically reads, "I called you an Uber, and yes, I can affect things on the road." It's from an unknown.
It's the house.
Oh shit.
The house is texting.
That's the texting.
So did my Uber get canceled and the house overrode that with its own?
You can't call an Uber if you don't have an address to go to.
You have to have your
You have either an address or a GPS location chosen.
Anyway,
Yeah, I was just gonna tell it to go downtown because you can always change the address once you're on your way.
That is true.
That's why I've been waiting for the Uber to get here this whole time. Is
Gotcha.
like you just have to give it a general idea of where you want to go, and you can always change it later.
Well, yeah, because you can drop in the pin and say, "I'm going here."
we will send the address to the group chat.
All right. So the Uber comes shortly after that. You guys are headed down, and instead of driving down and going across the bridge into San Francisco proper, you actually drive deeper into the redwood forest.
Yes.
And as you're driving, things get weird. As you see creatures flying through the trees in the darkness. And at first it's just like, birds and bats and the usual things. But several times you swear you see a dragon flitting through the trees chasing a moth. And then you see a unicorn running through the darkness. Sometimes you see creatures peeking out from behind the trees and looking at you, and you don't know exactly what they are. Also, the car changes. It goes from being a stretched limousine to being a hugely ornate carriage,
Yep.
pulled by 4 white horses. You ride down the road, which is now a dirt road, unpaved, and you ride up to what looks to be a huge castle. It is growing out of 5 separate redwood trees that are in a half circle facing towards you. There is a huge fountain in the center of where the drive goes around by the front of the house. The drive quickly goes from the dirt road into a cobbled road, which is all red brick. The fountain is a statue of an incredibly beautiful she who is holding a sword out. And from the way that it's set up, the sword is pointed towards the west, due west, and the fountain itself is glowing, but there's no like electric lights on it or anything like that, and the water is making almost like a crystal-like noise as it hits instead of the normal sound of water dropping. You ride up to the front where the stairs are leading up into the house. It's like like over 100 steps going up the front of the house.
Oh no!
And there is a coachman, or not coachman. There is a valet waiting down at the base of the steps. As the coach stops, the valet gets out one of the step stools and goes and opens the door, puts a step stool down on the ground, and he waits and attends everyone as they get out of the coach. Yes.
Yeah. So Pandora wants to go before Vera and like help her out because like that's no. Here's the thing. Pandora, one of several things that she's like obsessed with is like mid 20th century butch femme etiquette, and she's read pamphlets and poetry and short stories and essays and all this stuff about it, but she's never gotten to do it. So now like all the special interest stuff is coming up, and so she's like, okay, so like, you know, have to help her with stuff. She's not allowed to like touch any kind of doorknob of any kind. Like she's waiting her whole life for this shit. Like, she gets to be a gentleman.
I love
She's
it.
a student. She gets to be a gentleman.
Vera has no idea what to do with that, but it's like, okay, like this is what Pandora needs, so I'm just gonna let her do what she needs to do. Like, I'm going to offer her the experience that she never got. That is what Vera is focused on. So
and like this is the first time you've seen her like just grinning, like.
So
as Pandora is helping Vera out of the coach, Emerald will lean forward at Vera. This is absolutely adorable.
I'm just gonna whisper back. I have no idea what's happening.
Rose just leans over. Just let it happen.
There's a bunch of people leaning on each other inside the coach. It's getting
It's
weird.
like a little like.
It's a huddle. It's a huddle.
Penny leans in and goes, "What are we talking about?"
They're adorable.
I really have to stretch to reach you guys. Can we stop?
I'll take Pandora's hand and get out of the vehicle. So you
right.
courage.
All right, so we are going to allow the evening to rest there because it is 10:45. We are way past our normal stop time, and next time, come high or hell water, there is going to be stuff.
Oh boy.
I knew because you guys weren't actually dressed and ready to go at the end of the last show that there's no way you're going to get there this show.
Yeah, no. And
Another
honestly,
week
I'm
where I
never
gotta
gonna get a
wait.
gift ever. A month in in-game time. It's gonna take 10 years.
Well, I mean, Kingdom of Mist we've played for how many actual days? Not counting the time jump.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to go back and check.
I don't think it's more than 20.
We're at a year now.
Yeah. No, we've been playing for a year,
Yeah,
but I
we've
don't
been
think more than
playing
20
for-
days have passed in-game.
No, it's been more than that.
I feel like it has been more than
It's
that.
been more than that, counting for like days where we time skipped because of like travel and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I
That's
think
true.
it's been like maybe like 4 or 5 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks for a year of gameplay.
Yeah, for a year,
And here
not
we are.
counting the time, not counting the time jump.
And here we are, what?
We're like 2 weeks in game. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
This game. 2 weeks. We're on week 2.
That's pretty quick. It's only taken us 19 sessions to.
Oh,
it's
so
pretty quick for
Dayon
us.
says, "Go Pandora." Time's relative. It's fine. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry
Ew.
next session probably. It's gonna be fun.
So
This is so fun.
they have officially arrived at the palace. At the palace. Oh God, I forgot the palace of the Autumn Kingdom. And this is the king. This is the palace that houses the ruling queen of this area. King David is the king of all Fae, so he can go to any court he wants to. And this is where he's been presiding. Normally, he is in the Kingdom of Apples, which is in New York. But currently he is here. So this is the King of the Autumn Court, and you guys are here in this resplendent palace, and you're here to try and stop a imposter, possibly, and find the next keys to finding the pin of reality in order to save all of creation from nothing. Guys, thank you so much for having been here tonight. This has been a fucking blast. Milagros, what was your favorite scene of the evening?
Okay, oh, this is so fun. I'm gonna need to take like 3 melatonin. As much as I love Hobo,
I put all my meetings off till 10 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm not worried about a thing.
Oh yeah, I don't have class until 2, but I do have to watch a play before it meets. It's an Irish play too, and everyone's speaking with Irish accents, so it's impossible for me to understand fucking anything. So I have to look. It's like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Seriously, I'm wired. Love Hobo, but I think my absolute favorite moment was Sphinx and the reaction to Penny's dress, because like it was so heartwarming. Oh my god, I think it's especially cute that Penny was like, oh, I know he likes antebellum styles, and like that was just, oh, my little heart. It was just, I love Sphinx in general. I love that he always plays the dads, because I got daddy issues out the ass. So like, I'm so serious. Like,
we know, we love you.
He reacted the way that I wish my dad would react to that sort of thing. Like, just, oh, it was so sweet.
Here's my secret. I imagined my own daughter being older and what she would look like in her prom dress. Or suit, because I have a feeling that my kid's gonna wind up wearing a suit to prom.
Man, if she gets
or a jumpsuit.
No, like a 3-piece.
Nice.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, Sphinx, you were called out next. So, what was your moment of the night?
I mean, I have a feeling I won't be alone in this, but like watching Pandora absolutely panic to see at Vera was just it was amazing, and getting to like interact with that scene was gold. It was such gold.
Since Pandora's already gone, let's just go to the next person on my screen, which is Ivy.
I liked the popcorn eating that you both had. That was very funny. So my favorite was Mark getting stuck on the curb, where he just decided that this is what we're doing now. And the fact that Vera had to call me like, what are you doing? Like, the whole interaction with Mark refusing anywhere near the house and just on the curb.
Excellent. Jonathan!
I'm gonna pick like Vera being completely oblivious, because I like Pandora fawning over her. Like, it's funny, but I think it's funnier because Vera is oblivious to all of it.
Love it.
The first person to fawn over her like that, like in this sense, like she's never had that.
The ex didn't even do that?
She fawned over Kinsley.
Yep.
Nah. No. Vera's never touching a doorknob again. The rest of her afterlife. It's never happening again. No doorknobs, no chairs. That's it.
So, finally, M.
Alright, the whole scene with the police officer and just Tuck having a sassy ass fucking attitude, like, right at the end of it. And Rose is like, excuse you. Like,
you do understand
also,
what's...
the whole pre-scene before the whole game started with Pandora and Rose is still my favorite.
Oh yeah, that was really sweet.
Oh yeah.
That was really sweet.
You do understand that Tuck is basically... He's let his unseelie fly.
Yeah.
So,
I know. He's on the other side of the line right now.
Yeah, because he knows he's going to have to do bad things.
Yeah. And you
So.
know it's. If you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, I am going to be upsetty spaghetti.
I said, "Are you okay for trauma?"
Yes.
And you kept on going, "I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine."
I'm gonna be upsetty spaghetti. That means I'm gonna be upset, but I'm gonna be fine. But I'm gonna be upset.
What's that perfect line? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, but you can't be mad at me.
Or that bit in Harry Potter, you're gonna be miserable, but you're gonna be happy about it.
So, I'm gonna pick a scene because I want to. Shit. I mean, I fucking just could not be happier with Pandora and fucking Vera, and that was just fucking poetry. I mean, it was just there, and I still love that Vera's going, "I don't know what's happening."
It's good soup. That's what it is.
Like, if I were to pick, like, I'm pretty sure it's in her playlist, but like, the song she most wants to embody, but she's very like, oh no, not actually, is a Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy, by
nice.
Queen. Like, that is her dream in life, is to just be a complete sap. And so yeah, she's having the time of her fucking life right now, and she's like freaking out too much to remember the whole like how she's supposed to act and, you know, be all aloof and cool, and it's like, no, that's gone up in flames.
Yep. And Jonathan, my second real runner-up is fucking just Mark.
Mark.
Just Mark. Just, you know, no, fucking let me out here. I'm fucking walking away. I'm calling an Uber. And everyone's like trying to reason with him at the end, and he's just like, just no.
Fear is just like, just be safe. That's all I care about.
It was fucking great.
Puck tried to force him to go somewhere he made it clear he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Cat.
And he just can't handle that anymore.
Cat's and a cat.
You made me go somewhere I didn't want to be. I can't deal with that. I was forced to do something.
Yeah, the only problem is, like I said, Tuck is basically in his unseelie, and his unseelie is literally bully. So,
Yep.
yeah, he's an asshole right now. But it's the whole reasoning is he knows that it's going to get really, really bad, and his seelie is night, and that won't work.
Nope.
He can't do what he needs to do.
I figured that's what Tux was night, and yep.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna up, aren't we?
All right, guys. So we will do this. It's late, so Sphinx, I'm going to put your socials up. You don't have to go through them all. We know you're the hardest working man in streaming. Sphinx is in so many shows, ladies and gentlemen, and every one of them is a blessing and a joy. Go to his socials, check them out, give him a follow. He is on ADH Adventures. He plays on the Alex Bond show. He has his own show on ADH Adventures too, every other Friday. Just go check them out. All the other ones are D&D though, right? 5e?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does a lot of 5e streaming. So if you want to see really great 5e games, every one of these creators are involved in really great 5e games, to be honest. So just go check it out. If you want to follow Milagros, she is still finishing school, so she is going to be one more month. She's going to be mainly here. She's here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and now Saturday mornings for your adult Saturday morning cartoons. No, it's not hentai.
No.
We can't do hentai in the Purple app, number one. And number two, it would make me very uncomfortable to have tentacles in certain places, so we're not going to talk about that anymore.
Tentacle monsters? I feel like it would.
What?
There are some skins with there are some tentacle monsters in Monster Hearts.
I was gonna say, I feel like it would have some, yeah.
I knew there would be, man. I knew there would be. I was reading some of those freaking things, and I was just skins, and I was just like, there's gonna be tentacle monsters somewhere in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Eldritch Abomination.
There you go. Nope. Nailed it. Now, all I want to know is their kaiju, because I want to be a kaiju next time.
Nice.
I I think there is one. I'll have to look.
Oh my god, if there's kaiju, I'm so on for kaiju. I'm killing my character now. I'm turning into a kaiju.
Hard by the pocket scheme. I'm sure there's like a million fan skins. Like
there's a billion fan skins.
There's a ton.
Nice.
Yeah. And M is the hardest working woman in streaming right now. She is on a billion shows. What are some of the networks that can find you on, M? Because I can't remember them all.
Vampiric Touch ENT, turn to page 394 here, and I think, and also the Cantrip Cast on occasion.
Cantrip, yep. So, and M has a ton of content in all those different channels. Once some of it is like she's one of the unique ones she's doing a fan created Star Wars D20 game, right?
It is the Star Wars 5e.
5e game.
Yeah.
And so
that is all fan made by one person, and he works hard, and he posts new content every Tuesday.
Yep. So if you guys want to check that out and see how they ported over 5e, which show is that on, him?
Turn to page 394. It is a mix of kind of a little bit of Pathfinder with 5e with some of the spells, because you have to have prerequisites in order to have certain spells, like force powers or tech powers.
Gotcha. What day is that on?
It is every other Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
There you go, folks. And so if you want to see some unique content, you've got that. And also...
Order 66.
I know. And also, of course, there is the incredible, the amazing Queen of Being Oblivious, Ivy. And Ivy, I know you're super busy right now, but you can be found on Dice Cream Sandwiches on Monday. You can be found here on Tuesdays. And is your show running every other Fridays now? Is it already back up?
So we played last Friday. Currently, we're on hold because one of my girls is getting married. I'm moving. Another girl is having health issues, and it's just a whole thing. So
that's like 3/4 of your cast.
Yeah. So we're on hold at the moment.
Yep.
We will be starting up every other Friday.
Yep. And yes, and after she moves, she's also going to be starting up a show on the opposite Friday here for Dinner and a Game, where she is going to be doing a D&D 5e version of Suicide Squad. Now, one thing I was going to ask about that, because I don't think any of us on the cast asked this, is this a fantasy?
This is high fantasy, yeah.
It's high fantasy? Okay. I didn't know if it was going to be like a modern, like you were actually going to try and do the Suicide Squad.
Nope, it'll be a high fantasy.
All right, excellent. And M is also going to be starting up a show for us. We did the Session Zero last week. This week, we are doing the actual first episode of The Breakfast Club, which is M's new Monster Hearts campaign that's going to be played at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Twitch, on this channel, and it's going to be a bunch of college students and grad students trying to deal with the supernatural problems. Deal with supernatural problems while trying to figure out how to survive on ramen. So, yes, and you know,
figure out love lives.
Yeah, and dating. Lots of fucking dating. So I've already made the person who's going to antagonize me forever, and M really likes her, so now I'm in double trouble. And M's been reminding me.
Oh my god, I wonder what it's like to have your friend use the love interest of your TTRPG player character against you. I would never know what that feels like.
Same.
Not at all.
She's just kidnapped. She's not dead.
They haven't even gotten their first date yet.
Let them have smooches.
No, it's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen to her.
Nothing bad ever happened to the Kennedys.
And if you guys want to follow any of our social media so you can tell me how much I am a bastard for torturing Milagros, you can find...
Milagros, don't worry. I got you on Saturday morning.
Thank you. I changed my Discord status, and I'm no longer announcing that I have custody of your kneecaps, but I still do.
And so you can find all our socials on the Linktree links there. Follow us on everything so you can be kept up to date on what we're doing all across the board. Thank you very much. Man. Oh, UST show's rating us right at the end. We're about to leave. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
You came just in time to hear me threaten Ray.
Again.
Weekly occurrence.
Yeah. So, but anyway, if you want to follow our socials so you can be up to date with everything we're doing. Remember, we are doing the giveaway here. Oh, that's the wrong one. we're doing a giveaway here. When we hit 1,000 followers here, we're going to give away this set of D&D books. This is the D&D core set, Player's Guide, Monsters Manual, DNG, plus the GM screen in that wonderful slipcase, and they are the foil-covered versions, so they do not look like the standard issues. You'll be able to take them to the game store if you choose to open it and play with it, and you'll be able to recognize your books from everyone else's without having to write your name in black Sharpie on the edge. That's what we all do anyway. But these will be given out when we hit 1,000 followers. We are at 690-something. Em is DMing me to tell me I'm a bastard. And she did. And so, we're giving that away when we hit 1,000 here. When we hit 1,000 on TikTok, which is in our socials, we're giving away this 3D printed tower, which is going to be given out for one person when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. You can find that in our socials as well. We're at 890 something, so we're getting super close. And finally, every single show, we give away a mini at the break. These are 3D printed minis, normally done by me. But for this week, we are being sponsored by the people putting out this amazing, where'd it go? Kickstarter called the Necromancer's Tower. Now, they are giving out, or this Kickstarter is for STL files, which are the files that people who do 3D printing use to print out these things. And they're going to be giving away one each show. And right now, we have, this is the set they're giving away from. We have so far given away the Necromancer. We've given away, the Froggle was given away tonight. We've also given away the Skeletal Bear. And what was the other one? Was there one more? Nope, it's only 3 right now. And they're going to they're going to be sponsoring us tomorrow night for our Kingdoms of Mist D&D 5e game, which is happening at 7:30 Central Time right here on Twitch. And then I think they're going to be sponsoring us on Saturday as well for M's debut. But on Saturday, we're also going to give away something really special. We have another set of minis that we normally were giving away from before we made the partnership with Necromancer's Tower. And that set of minis is an incredible set from Loot Studios. And it's one of those sets of minis that's kind of like beyond description until you see it. But their sculpts are amazing, and they can't really be described properly. So I'm just going to show you what these sculpts look like. That is the Necromancer's Tower. There it is. This is... Ooh, it's too big. This is the Tomb of Demons 2, which is a set we're currently giving away from. And for M's debut, and because it is the weekend after my birthday, we are going to give away the big beastie in the middle, Orcus.
Yeah.
So we're going to give that giant beastie, it's a 250 millimeter base. We're going to give away this mini at the end of the show. So Necromancer's Tower is going to do the mini at the break like normal, and then we're going to give this beastie away at the end of the show. And the kicker is, when we pick a winner for the first one, I'm going to start a new contest with a new keyword, and everyone's going to be able to enter in that, including whoever won at the break. So be sure to be here on Saturday for that drawing, because that is a gorgeous, stunning miniature. And if you do minis, you know what I'm talking about by just looking at the detail on this. If you've never done a mini before, this is the type of thing that can be like a centerpiece for any displays or dioramas, and you can get it professionally painted, and it will look amazing. So just trust me on that. This thing's gorgeous. But anyway, in the meantime, we've got to make a decision real quick. Does anyone have any particular... Oh, wait. I know. I promised. I wonder if he's still on. Oh, where is he?
Are you looking for Guslado? Because he's on.
Yeah, that's what I was... hit the wrong button. I was trying to remember.
Remember tonight to stop streaming after we're
Yes,
done.
so we don't have a 14-hour stream. That was funny as hell. So we're gonna raid Guslado, who is Doug, who is the guy who is doing the Kickstarter for the minis we're going to be giving he's going to be giving away on the break next time. So if you guys want to stick around for that, he is actually painting minis from that set right now, and we're going to go ahead and give him a raid and show him some love. Make sure you tell him Dinner in a Game sent you. Make sure you show all these small stream creators love, because that's the only reason we really do it. We just want to entertain you, and we want to create the content we enjoy, and you let us do that, and we could not be more thankful. We are going to go ahead and raid him, but we always want you to remember, Dinner in a Game always saves you a seat at the table. Just make sure you're wearing your mask The new strain is incredibly infectious. Even if you're immune, you got your shots and everything like that, people are still getting sick. So please do what you can to be safe. We have people, literally people in our cast and people in our lives who are immunocompromised, and some of them haven't even been able to get the vaccine yet. So it's a thing, folks. We got to be careful, and we got to take care of our own. So we're going to go ahead and give them a raid. Thank you very much for your time. We love you, and we will see you next week for Emerald Sanctums, tomorrow night for Kingdoms of Mist, and Saturday for The Breakfast Club. Bye, everybody. And we're raiding.